Okay. I am not ready for this. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Oh,
You Banjo-Kazooie game, please.
Hello.
You know
Yeah,
what?
That
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
I
whatever.
don't know.
Yeah,
But
but
So-
let's not talk anymore. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
inside
Yeah.
information. Confidential.
Make sure if you're guys watching the live stream from your guys' end, make sure it's on mute because we don't want any
Oh, yeah, it is.
echoes.
It's on
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Same.
If there's any echo from my end because I'm not wearing any headphones, then I might have to compromise.
I'm about to compromise the stream.
Perhaps.
Put him
So I
on.
want to say
You should
thank you
probably
very
get
much for all coming to my live stream today. I want to give a special thanks to Game Guy Nick for coming on, Trevor,
Hello.
and then TLG Allen.
What is
Trevor,
up?
well, my YouTube is TrevorMan5. Thank you.
Yes. And I also want to give a special thanks to 13 people watching my live stream. Jerry,
What?
Awesome, Possum, that's Sam, Isaiah, Triforce J, Switch to PC, Stitch. Let's
Excuse me?
go.
A
And by the
whole
way, I switched to
13
PC. I did not agree with that beard. That's Nick's beard. I freaking did a marker meme for him.
What?
You didn't see the thumbnail?
No.
I was
Okay,
sending the picture of the thumbnail after the stream.
Okay. All right.
I must see this thumbnail.
I mean, you guys should see it because I put it on the podcast thing.
Let me see.
All right. So
I think I saw it.
I have the list of topics
Oh, yeah.
with me today. Shoutouts to Red Robin. Thank you for coming on. Of course, I'm saying my hellos because I just want to be polite. So, of course, we all know me. I'm WiiamGamer. I'm the badass motherfucker you guys like to watch half of the time. But let me
Well,
give an
half.
introduction to the other guys in the channel. Okay, let's start off first with my personal friend Trevor. You start off first with your marketing. And
Well,
and
guys-
don't forget to send a link unless you're not a mod. Then I'll fix that.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm a mod. I don't think he made me a mod. But, guys, I'm TrevorMan5, and I basically do a variety channel. So far, I've been doing shiny hunting with Pokemon. If you don't know what shiny hunting is, well, I can't explain that right now. Just Google it. I do that. I do a lot of gaming stuff, Star Wars stuff. I do a lot of things. TrevorMan5 is my YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out. So thank you if you do. And let's move it to someone else now.
Nick, just go.
Okay,
Nick.
Yeah, I was saying Nick.
Okay. All right. Hello there. My name is Nick. I run a channel called GameAway. I'm the co-founder and editor. We make content that's has a lot of production value, if you will. However, we're on hiatus at the moment because life's a pain.
Yep.
But you know, I'm here, and we're ready to talk about some video games. So
The Viggies.
yeah, on to
All right.
you, Alan.
Hey guys, my name is TLG Allen, and me and my friends are part of a YouTube channel called TLG, the League of Gamers. Cringy name, I know.
Yes.
We do, streams, do some, we're starting some playthroughs right now. Also have some podcasts up in the channel as well. So
He has experience, essentially.
yeah, so this ain't my first time being doing a podcast, but it's good to be here, guys.
Well, technically, this is my first podcast. But this is my first time hosting a podcast. Because I always been I've been on Player Essence podcast a couple times, and that went pretty good, I guess, for my experience.
Yep.
And Nick is just a smart guy talking about video games because he hates everything that's good now these days.
Oh yeah,
There's a few exceptions,
Oh, yeah.
which I do agree with, but
awful.
awful. Okay.
But what is?
Awful.
The list of topics we're gonna do today. Oh my gosh, I am not prepared. The list of topics we're doing today. Just bear with me. This is my first time doing the podcast, but we did the introduction already. We're also gonna be talking about what games we have played. Not original title right there. We're gonna talk about 2018 overall from like the big three companies: PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo's. But of course, we can add other companies like Bethesda, for example, who are pulling
Bethesda.
everybody's legs
Oh,
off
I got-
for some ass reason.
Fuck Bethesda.
Cannot wait for Bethesda, because oh boy, I got a lot of stuff to talk about.
We can add to that part. Now, of course, since we're all Nintendo fans, we're gonna have like a Nintendo Switch section themselves about games that we played, sort of from Nintendo 2018, 2017, 2019 stuff, and they're online. I have to save my opinion for the actual part.
Oh yeah.
And of course, near the end, we're gonna do our predictions and Game of the Year 2018 because views. That's why. Yeah, everybody wants
The
to know
views.
what's Game of the Year material. Okay, so since I get the topic out of the way, you guys should hopefully remember. I'm not. My mic is low? Oh no. Oh no.
I just had to save that burp. Damn.
Alright, let me see. Is my mic, does it sound better now? Does it sound better?
I mean, you sound fine to me.
No,
Yeah, well,
I'm talking
then
I'm
again,
talking from the YouTube side of things.
yeah,
Because
then again, he's
apparently-
using a different mic for us.
Great now? Okay, I just got
That's
closer
right.
to my Blue Yeti. Okay, so first things first. Nick, what have you been playing as of right now? Just just by the week.
What I've been playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it just came out, but obviously Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Me and my friend have been playing online doubles all the time because man, Nintendo really dropped the ball on the online, but we're trying to have fun with it.
I mean,
Trying,
at least
keyword.
offline's improved
Yeah.
in some regards.
Debatable.
Debatable.
Very, very debatable. But we're not going to go into that right now.
Yeah, not right now.
Okay, Trevor,
Okay.
how about you?
I've been playing Ultimate and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee because I knew Pikachu would be too popular, so I got Eevee because go against the curve. So Ultimate is one of my own Smash Bros. Games I actually own. I do have Melee, but that's because I got it for Ultimate to prepare for it. So I like it though. I unlocked every character before they changed all the stats and actually made some battles, I guess, say easier from what I've heard. Let's Go Eevee, short review right now. Good, but it's Kanto. It's the first game, so it's not that much content. So once you play the story, you literally don't have anything else to do besides Shiny Hunt, if you know what that is. So yeah, other than that, those are the games I've been playing, and a little bit of Grim Fandango remastered.
Okay, and then Alan,
Nice
it's up
selection
to
of
you
games.
now. What you been playing,
Thank you.
my friend?
A lot of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, of course. Trying to get into World of Light, trying to beat it as fast as I can, but oh boy, very long.
Yeah.
Also,
A grind fest.
also, also, trying to platinum on Spider-Man because love that game so much, really good. And also got Mega Man 11 yesterday and was playing that yesterday as well. So really good game. So those are my games I've been playing recently.
All right, so the games I have been playing is unfortunately not much. So the only games I've been playing is Super Smash Bros. Because that's the bandwagon title to play. I play this shit way too much. I don't
Of
know
course.
why.
Yeah.
You're known for
Way
Mario
too
Kart,
much.
so
Shut up, Nick. I know why you said that. It's good, and you're wrong. I love
well,
it.
it's his wife, so
Yeah, it's my life. Yeah, I've been playing Smash Brothers, and of course, I will be doing a live stream of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I promise you on that. That's for my viewers. That's my marketing right there. Oh, I dropped Mario Odyssey. Oops. I'll pick it up later.
don't drop Mario Odyssey. It's an Odyssey to
late.
behold. Damn.
So pretty much, I just been playing those games, and of course, I've been playing Risk on the Switch because my friend Max likes to play it.
Risk.
Shit,
Yeah,
I've been buying a
'cause,
lot of fucking cheap eShop games.
Hey, it was only $20, and Max and I like to play the board game, so why not?
Right. No, but I've been buying a lot of $1 and under eShop games just so I can fill my library and be like, hey, these are games I can play when I'm bored.
I
So
still
why
need to
not?
try Morphe's Law. I had that downloaded. I just don't.
I
haven't
bought a
played it
game
yet.
called Insult Simulator, so there's that.
What kind of games
we're not
are you
gonna
guys
talk about that
downloading?
one. I'm assuming. Okay.
This is in Steam.
I mean,
Apparently it
we're all
is.
above the age of we can talk about that kind of stuff, but we don't want the YouTube ninjas going after us, especially me, because I'm the shortest likely.
You're the shortest, so you're the first to go.
No, because I could use my special card and I could get away with it with plot armor. Fuck it.
I could use my pot of greed card to draw 2 more cards and maybe get a life out of it.
Yeah.
Screw
Okay.
the rules. I have money.
You have money?
I have money.
Yeah,
Screw your fucking rules.
Just go out your parents' allowance.
I have the dollar bills, y'all.
Okay, so now let's
Blue Eyes
go.
White
Let's go back
Dragon.
on topic a little bit here. So now we're gonna get to business, and bless you for that. So let's start with Xbox because Xbox had a light 2018 year, to be honest. So I'm gonna start out with Alan first because I'm pretty sure he has played something on Xbox related. I hope.
Funny enough, I do not have an Xbox.
Oh,
So
good to know.
That was fast.
That was the
I
fastest
won.
Xbox review ever.
Good.
I know, right?
All right. So
Don't have an Xbox,
wrong
so-
read right there.
Bad read. That was a bad lip read.
If you play on PC, you kind of played on Xbox nowadays.
Yeah, but I don't have Game
it's
Pass
pro
though.
consumer's choice. You got the option to play in 2 platforms
Right.
now.
I mean,
Yeah, but not all games are available though.
Business sense, I'm not quite sure it's the right choice.
it's a heck of a lot better than what Sony's offering, but
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sony had a unique year for sure.
Yeah,
Some
Sony had
ups and downs.
especially with their PlayStation Classic and how it's being discounted.
Oh yeah, we could technically talk about that too. In their
Oh, I want to talk about that.
All
How
right,
that was
special
cash
shout
out.
outs to DSZ. I want to say thank you for coming to my live stream. All right, and take care, buddy. Take care.
Yeah, I think the best game Xbox had for exclusive was Forza Horizon so far. Like Sea of Thieves was kind of a good shot, but didn't do so well.
Nick, does Billy even
This is
still play
video.
that game?
no, we just kind of stopped. There's
I
just
mean-
not enough content for us to continue playing and
That
enjoying.
live stream
Yeah.
though, freaking when Billy crashed the iceberg, it's the best. It's the best
Yeah.
part of that game is your live stream and your guys'
Jesus.
reaction. And it's like
Yeah.
the only
You
reason
crashed-
why
you
I
crashed a
got
boat.
I got it for a cheap price because I want to experience that moment with you guys one day. I
Jesus.
got it for $15 at Best Buy.
Oh, I mean, we
It
can
was
always
so
set up.
cheap. I had to try it out because I want to because I need something on my Xbox. All right. So so Nick, have you been playing anything on Xbox other than CFEs? Well, you technically.
I mean, I
didn't play
played way before Devil May Cry 5 was announced. I got to play the alpha when my brother came to visit.
Oh.
We played a lot of the alpha, and it was fun. It's definitely Devil May Cry. It's something we have not seen for a while.
Good.
Devil May Cry 4 was okay, but this new one is like, oh yeah, it's hot, it's sexy.
Okay.
Like, I'd fuck it.
Yeah. You get a lot of that. But
I need you in my life.
Sea of Thieves. I think that's really it. Microsoft has really had a light year this year.
Yeah.
How about
But it's
Agreed.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Well-
Crackdown was not coming out till like February.
And then
well, I
delayed
mean,
again.
Microsoft has been too busy with their R&D this year. You know, R&D takes a long time, and they've also bought a bunch of studios out. I think 26.
Oh, yeah, that was the biggest thing. Like, because they can prepare for 2019 for all the exclusives.
Right, and
I wouldn't say 2019. I would say 2020 or further.
Probably.
It's all these next years are just going to be flooded with games exclusive for Microsoft, and
Because they've been learning.
That's what we
figured others,
want. Technically,
I'm not at
from
liberty
this.
to talk about, but
Yeah, you're not.
but yeah, I mean, it's a heck of a lot better than what Sony's doing nowadays. They're focused on innovating their hardware space, so I can't fault them too much for that, except for the lack of titles to choose from.
Yeah.
But that'll change next year. That I can assure you.
Hey, at least you got
Also-
Forza. Apparently, Forza's good.
Also,
Forza's always selling.
Microsoft is doing better than Sony did with like cross-platform. The fact that they teamed up with Nintendo for Minecraft and
Oh, yeah,
Sony took
the whole entire
like so many
cross-platform
months.
Fiasco.
Yeah.
I know, I like it
Fortnite-
because
Yeah,
they're like
I remember Fortnite didn't have cross-platform play on the PlayStation side. Unless
yeah,
it's
and
on
if you
PC.
and if you logged into your Epic account on PlayStation, it would lock you out of your other accounts except for like PC, I think. So like you couldn't play on Xbox or Switch, which
That's supposed
sucked.
to be Epic's choice, not
Yeah.
freaking Sony's to do
I
that.
know.
Come on.
I also liked how like Nintendo released a Minecraft Switch update video, like, hey, you can play with Microsoft, and they were also going at it on Twitter, like, hey, Microsoft, want to play some Minecraft? Microsoft's like, yeah, sure, let's play some Minecraft, guys. Let's cross-platform play. I'm like, damn, Sony's getting jabbed at.
Survive together.
They were like teasing Sony. Just
I know,
like,
and then
that's
Sony-
insane.
And then Sony fucking finally came through. Sony had an interesting year with all the shit they had to go through.
I mean, they got God of War. They got
Oh,
Spider-Man.
you God of War. Yeah.
Yeah, they have the gamer tag thing and the cross-platform thing.
They finally got that recently with some games, not all games.
No, but the cross-platform thing, like you could lose shit if you changed your gamer tag on Sony's platform.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
Definitely.
terrible. It's like, hey, you can change it now. You just might lose some of your DLC. You may never be able to access it again, and you may lose some progress and gains. But hey, you get to change your gamer tag.
Wait, that's the rule. You have to lose your.
That's
memory?
a thing. Yeah. There's a chance that if you change your PlayStation
Oh,
Network,
well, I have something to say
you
about
could
that.
lose everything.
Yeah. Apparently, it's on the coding of the games to recognize that. I'm like, really? You fucking-
Switch to PC says Sony. We have to protect the children. Just remember that
Speaking
fiasco.
of
That
protecting the
was your
children,
PR excuse.
speaking of protecting the children, Sony's changing their headquarters, so they're adding new censoring policies, which I find funny because Dead or Alive Extreme 3 is coming out, and then like they're going to censor it a little bit, while the Nintendo Switch version of that game is going to be entirely uncensored. I'm like, what's the wait, what?
Exactly. That's Sony Computer Entertainment Japan making all of the decisions. Sony Computer Entertainment of America has no say in any business practices that they do.
I know. It's the same with Nintendo, so sadly.
Oh yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, because if America was in charge, Nintendo America was in charge, we've had a better online system. We'd probably have Virtual Console.
We'd
like
have
Jesus.
Club Nintendo back.
Oh yeah, Club
Everything
Nintendo.
would be great. Everything would be good.
Oh yeah.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that because Club Nintendo wasn't that great either.
But
Especially
still,
during the Wii U part days.
Yeah, okay, that's
well, Wii U's underrated in my opinion, but
it is. I mean, like honestly, the biggest thing that we have to thank for the Wii U was the Switch. It was the Switch prototype, thank God, because you heard so many people complain about how they can't go to the bathroom and play their Wii U games.
oh, that's true. Switch to PC says Sony wants to be more like Nintendo. They want their games to stay at full price for longer and sell more. So yeah, I can kind of agree with that. They really
Yeah.
I mean that's a smart choice with any company though at the same time. But of course, a lot of their games, Uncharted, Infamous series. What else? I'm trying to think. What's more like the T and the M's? God of War, and their Spider-Man's gonna be the T's as well. Like that's gonna be a little bit more difficult to do. But of course, you could pull out like Ratchet and Clank 2 remake, and like you make that rated CE for everyone. Good crap right there.
Yeah. But still, I find it funny though that Nintendo's getting the full uncensored version. Like, hey, we don't care. While Sony's is like, oh yeah, we're gonna censor it a little bit. Like, they're kind of starting to flip. Like, Nintendo's starting to become Sony a little bit, and Sony's trying to become Nintendo.
That might be a bad thing if you think about it.
Yeah, that's kind of a
I know.
weird thing because Nintendo was all for the kids.
I know, and now they're like,
Now
oh yeah,
it's like-
They're still about the kids.
They
'Cause
just
we still got like
change,
Yoshi
decisions
coming out
or
next
something?
year, that kind of stuff.
I know, but now we have like Resident Evil, we have Doom, we're getting the Dead or Alive, which is like very sexualized. Like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, Nintendo's always paved their own road. They have never
yeah.
really followed
Yeah.
anyone else.
Of course.
For good, for better, for worse.
And I mean, it's for better because, like, as I was talking to you guys earlier, like the Switch has outsold the original Xbox in its entire lifespan, which is, and Xbox was considered a success, so that's impressive. It's also outsold the GameCube and the Wii U. So
Oh, the Switch will still flop despite the sales numbers.
Yeah, Michael Pachter. Hey, how are you? But yeah,
He's a
no,
unique guy.
Nintendo is always doing their own thing. They
Yeah.
go to the beat of their own drum. They are for
Oh, yeah.
everyone. But you know, we have rated M titles, rated E titles. We've had that since early days.
GameCube.
yeah,
and,
we've had that ever since the
64.
1990s because of the ESRB creation.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, everybody who like always says, "Oh yeah, Nintendo's for kids." Well, just because you're not looking hard enough.
Exactly.
I mean, they're
But-
not wrong and not right at the same time if you think
Right.
about it.
Right.
Most of their games,
there's
most of their games are for everyone, so technically it is for kids at the same time. It's for adults, kids. It's for everybody. It's not
Right.
CE. CE is legit
Yeah.
for children only. So they
Yeah, I
don't
mean, if
understand
you
that
look at the-
concept, but who does? Who wants to use their brains half the time? Like, get the fuck out of there. No, they don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
look
true.
at the Nintendo Switch advertisements. I mean, it mostly showed adults. Like back in the Wii U days, it was just children, but now
Yeah, exactly.
sort of like
I don't
changing
think
to
it's just
different
adults that made the
demographic.
commercials better. It's just the style and how they
Yeah.
present it and how they execute it. The Wii was like, hey,
The
guys,
message
can we
is
play
clear.
Wii U?
Exactly.
Like, that's what they
No,
did. It was trash.
No, it's funny. The rooftop, the first Nintendo Switch commercial that had like the rooftop and all that shit that had the Imagine Dragon song in it. That commercial was the reason why I got that Imagine Dragon song because I'm like, damn, Nintendo, you got me to buy a song. Now I'm buying a Switch.
Well, see, there's a
and then you
stark
like, click on the
difference.
Switch.
It actually recalls back to the Wii era because the message was clear with the Wii. It was simple,
play.
clean. We would like to play. Yeah.
Switch
with
is
the
you
Wii
switch
U-
to TV or handheld mode. Bam, done.
Yeah,
Simple
but
marketing.
With the Wii U, the message was not clear. You don't
It
know
was.
what
I mean,
was
it
on
could be
tablet.
clear. I mean, and sure, the name kind of sucked, but the message could have been cleared if they,
But they
showed the console,
advertised it, right?
showed Mario Brothers U the way it was because it looked like the Wii version still.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a bad launch title. I think Mario Brothers U kind of hurt it more than what we think
But
actually.
the way they showed it off at E3 was terrible too. They showed it off like it was an extension to the Wii, not its own actual console. So it confused the markets.
Okay, we're getting off topic. We're talking about Wii U E3 stuff, so we have to stay on 2018 Xbox stuff. But
there you go, Switch to PC.
And Switch.
Yeah, 7 weeks. I agree. Switch to PC is right. It should overtake the PS4 in Japan in about 7 weeks. The Switch sales.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah,
It will.
I've actually been watching the sales charts in Japan. The Xbox sells so poorly there. Like, oh my god, like it's funny. The Xbox sells so poorly there.
It's just the market's not really there for Xbox. They
I
have to
know.
really do something, which in 2019 it could change. Could
or
change
2020.
because these new.
I don't think all the games. Like, there's no way they could be like, hey, let's purchase you. Bam, instant game. Like they can't do that.
I mean,
they have to create something.
well, that's the thing. They're releasing one Xbox in 2019 and then another one in 2020.
Oh, I didn't hear about that part. That's super good, apparently.
Confidential
Yeah, they're releasing
information.
the new revision.
I mean, it's just a theory. Don't worry, guys. We don't know anything.
Well, I mean, the rumor's out anyways, and the rumor's already out. People have been talking about it already.
Well, you see classified information for Nick, so I can't see more than just that.
Well, I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's a rumor so far, and take rumors with a grain of salt, people.
Yeah, just put everything I say under rumor.
The eyebrows.
It's on rumor. Nick, dude, you're about to get the Twitter fanboys after your butts for the better and worse, and we'll see worse.
It's like, hey, at me, like follow me too.
Yeah, please get at Game Guy Nick.
At Trevor, like at Jones WJ, follow me.
Okay. So it's clear that Sony had like a mixed reception kind of year.
I wouldn't say mixed reception. They're doing completely awful this year.
Oh no.
I mean,
Next year doesn't look too hot either.
Oh, that's
Should we
that's
bring
right.
up all
because
the controversies they've gone through?
Please.
I mean, we have to do it at the top of the positive, which is clearly Spider-Man and
God of War.
God of War.
But that's,
God of War.
I mean,
That's
but that's
it.
not Sony themselves. That's not. What did I say? Naughty Dog.
That's Insomniac.
Insomniac. Yeah, there we go. Insomniac Games. That's their baby. Don't give the credit to Sony. Sony just kind of gave them
the
some
only
money.
reason I'm giving them credit is because they had enough money to buy it. That's why. But you do make a valid point, though.
In that same Sam Raimi suit, though.
Oh yeah. See, and that's the great part. Some of the good things that are happening on Sony platforms are not because of Sony themselves, but by third or second parties. They understand how games should be made without loot boxes, without microtransactions, without some bullcrap of taking out pieces of the game, chunks of the game, and then selling it back to you later. It doesn't make sense. It is not,
Bethesda.
Yeah, it's not a good market. It's not a good business decision, and it's not good for PR.
No.
Stocks have been dropping for all sorts of companies all over the place, and we're actually kind of experiencing a small crash. You guys won't really notice it, but in the business side of things, it's happening, and it's affecting a lot of.
Oh yeah. No, I was talking to a customer earlier today. Apparently, her son, she got a call from the fraudulent, the fraud corporation, whatever, like credit card company, saying that, oh yeah, your credit card's declined now, like we deactivated it, because her son spent $500 on V-Bucks in Fortnite. $500 on V-Bucks. I'm like he's like 9. I'm like, what the hell? It was on Xbox too, because the credit card's information was stored, so it bypassed parental controls.
That's how can it bypass parental control?
I don't know. Like apparently, they had parental controls on there, but he kept buying stuff. He kept buying stuff like $10 purchases, $35 purchases. Like it was weird.
I'm not sure if parental controls was even on at that point, because if you turn on parental controls by default, it asks you for a PIN or password every single time. So I think the parents might have been like lying about the parental controls, but
to make themselves look good.
Well, they honestly they didn't say anything about parental controls. I think me and my bagger that I was with added it, but she did add the credit card. Well, she used it to buy the kid Black Ops 4, but the kid must have saved it or something. I don't know the whole story because I only had limited time to talk to her. But $500, like shit, microtransactions are like really like it's like the back in the day where Apple iPads with kids. When kids were buying like apps on the iPads. Oh yeah, the PS Classic too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the PS Classic.
Let's see. That is part of why the PlayStation Classic failed. Sony did not have the first-party titles to back it up, and then unlike Nintendo, that's true. But it's also the pricing was awful. I know that they had to pay royalties to the companies that they got the titles from, but the titles themselves weren't even that great in the first place.
No, some of them were PAL versions too, so they wouldn't even mesh well with the
all
TV.
of them.
All of them were.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 hertz? No. That's stupid. Like, no, I don't care if Spyro came out with a Reignite trilogy. I would have gotten to play Spyro 3 on my TV again, even though if the classic version, please. Or
Yeah,
Crash.
I mean, it was
Well,
the PlayStation
actually,
Classic really didn't miss out
no.
on some games.
That wouldn't
Like-
make sense, Trevor, because Spyro
Oh, I know, but
has
still.
the option for the classic graphics too. So you
Does
can,
it?
Like, yeah, it does have the option.
Oh, I thought it was
old
only for the
school.
music.
No, it's for the visuals too.
Oh, damn. But still, like, damn, like Sony fucked up. Like the Japanese version of the PS1 Classic was better.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I know, like, holy shit.
They really did screw up. Like, I get that they were trying to copy Nintendo because they had the NES Classic and the SNES Classic, so they wanted to do the PlayStation Classic, but it was just poorly executed. Like, it felt like it was like rushed.
Like,
Just
I feel like
get out
it was
for
a
the
cash
holidays.
grab. I feel like it was a cash grab, honestly.
Well, I mean, they didn't necessarily copy Nintendo. They copied like the companies that made the Sega classics. And stuff
Yeah.
like that. Nintendo kind of made their own thing with regarding that idea, but Sony copied that presentation and execution, but failed horribly because they don't seem to understand their market.
No, they
All
don't.
right, guys. I have to go BRB for emergency reasons. Nick, you're the host. We're gonna talk about Nintendo side of things now, okay? I apologize about that. That's what happens when
Okay.
you're super young like me.
When are you coming back?
Better be soon as possible, because I'd be damned.
Okay. Okay, we're talking about Nintendo things. We should save online for later. Like, we should just get into the games first, because online is going to be the juicy stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Well, today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch since 2017. I'm Nick from GameAway.
The voice.
Oh my god.
So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and listen to our story. You can go first. I don't know what to say.
Okay. Like, games-wise, I feel like it wasn't the best year for Nintendo. Like, 2017 was the best one because it had all the heavy hitters. This one had some good ones. The biggest heavy hitters were Pokemon and obviously Smash Brothers. Like, they were banking on that for their sales goals. But other than that, it was kind of sprinkled here and there. But at least they kept, like, continuous releases, unlike the Wii U era, thank God. So there were releases and everything. And also, like it was mentioned before, Nintendo Switch has been jumping sales. Like, they've been reaching sales heights, outselling their previous consoles and stuff, catching up to the Wii and like Nintendo Switch has had a good year sales-wise, but not game-wise. Like, still good games, just not heavy like 2017, which is why 2019 might be better. But game-wise, good. Sales-wise, great.
I can, I can agree with that. I'm trying to find a list of all the games Nintendo released this year.
Yeah.
Kirby Star Allies.
Pokemon Fire Elite, Let's Go Eevee Pikachu, Smash Brothers.
By the way, Nick, I'm the host again, so.
Okay, Octopath Traveler.
Mario Tennis Aces.
I'll talk about that game in a little bit. That game usually disappointed me at launch.
Just Dance, FIFA 19 course, Starlink, Celeste.
I know a lot of them were ports. That's all I've been seeing this year.
The only port that I kind of accepted was Bayonetta, because Bayonetta's not popular, so I kind of want them to release on the Switch so the popularity will grow up.
I don't accept that, honestly. I would accept it if they both came on one cart or even two cartridges. Having the first game as a full download completely destroys the resale value.
Yeah.
And now it locks a digital game to your console. If you wanted to buy a physical game, you can't do that.
The same thing with Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. I didn't like that at all.
Right. I skipped both those games for that reason alone.
Oh,
yeah, a lot of people are all about their physical games, so I can understand that.
I bought them because I never played a Bayonetta game, so I was like, I don't have a Wii U, and I don't want to get it for Xbox 360, so I might as well get it for my current console.
Bayonetta games are pretty decent size, at least 10 gigabytes or higher. So, and the fact that the Switch is only 32 gigabytes, you're most likely going to be required a micro SD card of some form.
That's why I have a 400 gigabyte one.
Right, and it speaks to the longevity of how these games will hold up later down the line when future consoles come out. Like the Wii U, for example, Xenoblade Chronicles X, when you could buy the game physically, but now it's optional, but it's the most optimal way to play. You have to download all of these packs to your hard drive, which none of them could fit because it's bigger than the 32 gigabyte storage availability on the console. So now you have to get a USB flash drive. Yeah, that destroys like any sort of longevity the game could have, because if those servers go offline, you can't get the download packs. It just doesn't make sense.
I mean,
just like with Bayonetta, when the Switch servers go down, you can't download those games.
Oh yeah,
That's
you have
true.
to consider that. Okay, so what did I miss? Just a quick question from you guys.
We're just talking about games that,
In sales.
yeah.
Games of sales.
I was saying,
For what came out
I was saying how the games weren't that good. They were good games, but like it wasn't like 2017. But the sales were great. The sales were great.
Yeah, 2017
Yeah,
was
they
fine, but
skyrocketed.
we're not talking about 2017. Not for this
I know.
podcast. We will for the next one maybe if I feel like it, because it has 4 like my favorite games already. Being Splatoon, Mario Kart, Zelda, Mario Odyssey.
Splatoon. Yes.
All 4 of those games are mind blowing in my opinion, and they all represent a trustful future in their own regards. And some parts didn't let up to expectations with some of the ports, in my opinion.
Bro.
They didn't get the true deluxe treatment, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I
we
thought that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe would be the standard for like how they're gonna do ports. Like they're gonna reward newcomers for like, hey, guess what? Now you can finally play it in bigger. But I was also gonna reward the veteran players, saying you played this before, you might have to pay double, but we're gonna increase the value for you guys too. And if you still don't think it is, you don't still think it is. That's fine and dandy. But at least they tried, right? But with games like Captain Toad is straight Control C, Control V, debug it, and let's take away the 3D world elements.
Yeah.
And Tropical Freeze with the new Funky Kong mode, like it doesn't
That's
really
not
give
a new
anything to
mode.
offer
That's a
for
new character.
players.
That's the problem I have with that marketing. It's
gives
not a
nothing
mode.
about it.
It's a character. Please.
Yeah, it's like the tricky marketing.
Then again, for someone like me who never owned a Wii U, I don't care. I would still buy it if I had the money to, because I never played the game. So honestly, that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah,
to me.
that is one perspective we do have to consider, but at the same time, we also need to consider the perspective of Nick and I's and possibly Alan's.
Oh, I know.
About since
I
we
know.
own both the Wii U and the Switch.
I know,
So
but
they
I don't
have
think
to reward both all the consumers, the veterans and the newcomers, and I don't think they didn't reward enough of the veterans of the ports of 2019 versus. 2018 versus 2017.
I don't think that's their goal anyway. Their goal is to port these games so they can honestly get newcomers though too. Like if they get newcomers, then they can then they can make more money, because a lot of people didn't play the Wii U like myself, so they would obviously get my money, and they're focused on people like me because I love these ports because I have the console and I love to play them. So of course, if you guys find something that since you're veterans for these ports, that'd be great. But they're focusing mostly on me, not you guys.
It should be both.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Yeah.
back to that, it's to recoup costs from the lost money they had in the Wii U era.
And that's why I understand for like Bayonetta, for example, to recruit the cost and hopefully gain the popularity, which is why I'm more acceptable of that port versus others, which is a slight bias. But at the same time, I do understand Nick's perspective of, holy crap, you might have to buy a micro SD card. What the frick? This game's gonna cost more than $60 to play both games. So it's kind of a mixed bag with the ports, but it did fill in the library a little bit in some regards, and it did help prepare for games like Kirby's Allies, which I heard is a solid Kirby game, not mind-blowing.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but a year later, they've added a bunch of stuff, including a whole new.
Oh yeah, I've seen all the trailers.
Underneath it. Yeah, no, they added a whole new game underneath it, and it's wow, it is free.
And that's how they're supposed to do updates,
Like, cool.
Splatoon. Except
that's great, but yeah, no, it's just to recoup costs from the Wii U era and to pad out the library.
Yeah,
which I get that. However, the execution of said ports was underwhelming.
Yeah, they should have done like one game in particular, but I'm not gonna name it 1,000 times.
Come on.
Honestly, the ports
$60?
Yeah, the pricing is not good for those ports.
But it has to be done right for me.
No.
I
feel like
it's a pricing.
I feel like it should be $30. Honestly,
if it's pretty much a conversion with nothing new added, then yes, I can understand that. I'm saying if you want to do $60, you better add new things to increase that value back up. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying $60. Let's go. I'm saying, come on, you have to sort of earn that value. You have to earn it.
Honestly, 2 ports I would love to get and I would automatically buy would be the HD ports of Zelda, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. I would buy those ports instantly.
Oh, same.
You know, mine's a little weird. You know what port I would appreciate in purchase?
Is it called a sequel?
No. You guys remember the Fatal Frame games that never got released here and then made into Black Water for the Wii U?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would take a trilogy. I would take Fatal Frame 4, which only released in Japan, the Fatal Frame 2 remake, which released in Japan and Europe, not America, and Made in Black Water, which was a digital only game on the Wii U. I would purchase it.
It was physical
for the
in
Switch.
Japan.
I know it was physical in Japan,
Okay,
but not here.
Not
Yeah,
not
it
where we
sucks.
live. Okay, so let me read a couple of the comments so I don't feel like
That's
I'm
true. The
ignoring you
games
guys.
get sold.
So Jerry
Yeah,
says, Animal Crossing 2019. We will be talking about Animal Crossing during the 2019 section in the prediction side.
Yeah.
Switch to PC, aka Mark said, but the game sold, so the price choice was right.
Which game?
I think
he's
the
talking about
ports.
overall ports.
Yeah, all the ports.
Well, yeah, they did its job.
Yeah,
But
they
for-
did.
It's because the hardware is compelling enough for them to actually go buy it. That a lot of people, some made the argument of how come they didn't sell well on the Wii U versus the Switch. It's because in order for some games to sell, with few exceptions, which are like the game busters, like a Zelda, the Mario, and the Karts and the Splatoon, you
And the
pretty much
Pokemons.
just make the game and it will sell the system. But you need compelling hardware to sell certain games itself.
I know, and the fact that you can take these AAA games on the go is a good enough reason to buy these games.
And that's why
You
I
also
bought
need
Doom.
compelling marketing.
Doom is not bad
Yeah.
on the Switch.
Yeah, compelling marketing too is a good idea, which is why we go back to the Switch marketing, which was really good.
But it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
When you have compelling hardware that you can take on the go anywhere, and you have excellent marketing and people are just buying it, it's selling gangbusters. It's a double-edged sword because then you can get lazy developers who develop trash for the platform, and it can
WWE,
completely-
baby.
Shovelware, man.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
we'll get another Wii situation.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, Take
And as
Two
a-
and their Carnival games too. That's coming out
We've-
soon.
We've been having
Right.
that.
Yeah, that's
And the
shovelware.
mindset.
What's up, Stitch? Welcome back.
I call it the goalpost mindset, where developers will try to push something on you until just enough until you get mad. Then they'll pull back, but they'll pull a goalpost, and then until you forget about it, they'll push even further past that goalpost until you get mad, and they'll do it again. We are getting like
That's
predatory
PR business in the
practices.
nutshell.
Yeah.
Right,
They-
we're getting predatory business practices with the success of the Switch, and it needs to change. And people are actually blindly
going, Prez?
defending these
Good to
companies'
see you on the live
decisions.
stream.
But yeah, if we get blind fans who will defend absolutely everything just because they're a fan of it, which do you, I suppose. But
Yeah.
I like it when my games actually mean something.
Exactly. Like the eShop is full of like third party like indie developers that just make like a game that's not even that good and put it on the
that's on all
eShop.
platforms. So
I know, but
we can't just
still.
only complain about on Nintendo side. But it's
I know.
easy for us to complain about on Nintendo side because that's what we cared about most.
I know, but they're also doing it on Nintendo side because Nintendo Switch is selling like hotcakes. It's selling really good. So they're like, hey, if I get on there, I can probably get more profit than if I put on like Xbox or PlayStation. Cause
Right,
like,
and- oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was like, cause Steam and Nintendo, like the Switch, are like the indie hubs. Like they like you can get get really good indie games on those systems, on those platforms.
Right, and to add to that, I don't know if you guys saw, but there's some developers that are taking to Twitter to say, hey, if you want this game, beg me to put it on there, and I will consider it. Port begging is a thing,
like Bandai.
and I despise it. Yeah.
Oh, that yeah. Yeah, but
Bandai-
Bandai. Oh my
the
god.
biggest victim of that.
We
It's
don't
just
need
really-
to beg you to bring it to a platform that's selling more than every other platform.
And if it's
It's
on Unreal Engine
successful.
4, Switch natively runs Unreal Engine 4. Give me Tekken 7, okay? It can come.
Yeah.
I'm not
Exactly,
gonna beg
like-
for it because I can easily get on my Xbox One for $20, which is gonna be $40 cheaper, like leaving the.
Oh,
Switch
I
version.
don't want any more. If the proposition is already ruined from that, I don't want it. They could bring Tekken 7. It's not a sell for me just because of that. Just because they want me to beg for it.
Yeah,
That's not how business should
Like-
work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if you want to bring Tekken 7, just do it. You will
Just
make more
port it.
sales. Like why are you gonna ask the fans to beg for it? Like it just doesn't make sense to me.
Switch to PC says don't blame the devs, blame Nintendo. I'm not quite sure what context.
I think he's talking about like the shovelware games, like the crappy games. I think maybe, like how they're
Oh,
on
that's true.
eShop.
They do have lot checks, but I think it's a half-half.
Yeah,
Blame
half-half.
the developers for creating the garbage. Blame Nintendo for allowing it on there.
Yeah.
And blame the
Don't
developers
put.
for making
It's not one or the other. It's not as black and white as people think it is.
And that's the really funny thing about the gaming industry is people just think it's just video games, but we're the geeks and nerds and the business S type of people and the IT mofos to go like deeper, and I like that aspect of it.
Video games are a form of art and entertainment.
And and entertainment
and
art tend to
distraction
get
from life.
criticized for good and worse.
So
And we try to create masterpieces and create special memories in life.
Yeah, like developers, they gotta focus more on quality, not more than quantity. Quality over quantity. Because if they just rush games, and it's like they're not really putting effort, and it's just hurting them a lot with their games. So.
Santa Tracker, Santa Tracker, but
really
an ultimate.
Santa Tracker over.
Yeah, it's like $2 on the eShop.
Why?
I don't know. It tracks Santa Claus for Christmas.
I swear, Stitch. Stitch,
It's
I want you
past
to try.
Christmas. What am I gonna track? For the next
Great game.
60, however
Great
many
game.
days are left until the next Christmas, he's gonna be up in his house. Why would I need to track him?
No. It's perfect. It's maybe
point.
we can spy on him to see what he's making. All the
Oh.
goods.
We can spy on him and Mrs. Claus doing the whoopee.
But I mean,
We're a gaming podcast here, guys. So
I don't know,
apparently-
shut up.
we're sponsored by Pornhub now, so it's
Yeah,
So-
we're
sponsored by
might as-
YouTube doesn't sponsor us.
Pornhub brought us out. Pornhub bought us out, man. Man, since Pornhub bought us out, we all get free Pornhub premium.
Hey,
Let's
I
go.
don't
That
need that.
1080p, man.
Get it?
I got 1080p video. Because of Stalker Simulation.
Stitch said, "Yeah." After December, it becomes a stalker simulation.
Pretty much.
Great.
Yeah.
We're stalking Santa Claus. Great.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
like-
Someone could-
this
wish
is a
someone could
question
stalk
for
me, that'd be nice.
Nick and I. Essentially, is let's talk about our perspective of Mario Tennis because that's been an interesting game. And
Okay.
this is sort of
Okay.
something me and Nick go half and half on. And ironically, it's the opposite, typically, for us this time. Nick is on the side of, I like Mario Tennis, and I'm on the side of, nah. So,
I mean,
I'm
it was
Crystal.
alright. It was
Yeah.
alright.
Our stances are the exact opposite in terms of you like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I hate Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I like Mario Tennis Aces. You don't like Mario Tennis Aces
exactly.
for the kind of similar reasons, honestly.
Not similar reasons. One is executed tremendously better. You just don't like the way it
Mario
treats
Tennis.
you. It's like the bird from that WarioWare game. Remember that dumbass bird that kept screwing you over in that one game?
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you play Mario Kart 8 and disrespect it. That damn bird hacks your RNG.
We don't talk
you're
about the
screwed.
bird.
You're done. Finesse. My issue with Mario Tennis is how certain characters, when you charge up the swing, some of them are awful to slide. The shots are OP because you could do the top shot, push them all the way back, and then let's just do the drop one, have fun with that shit. Good luck.
Well, that's what the what are they called again? I haven't played tennis in a while. The trick shot's the one where if you press X twice and hold the direction, it does a trick shot and it slows down time.
And then,
and just automatically hits the ball.
but
You can
at
do
that point, if you can't use it when you lose the meter, and if you can't charge your swing, then you can't get the meter to go up. And then if you have to do the one where you like dodge to get it, you're gonna make it pop it off, and they get to do easy spike, and it just becomes a hard balance of who can charge their swing the better. I feel like other games like Mario Power Tennis on the GameCube done a much better job of how the gameplay works. And I personally think the special shots are so much more unique in GameCube version.
Yeah, but some of them were a little bit overpowered than others.
Yeah.
Each one had a close shot and the epic save shot. So I kind of like that balance of Power Tennis.
At least it's better than Mario Tennis.
Ultra Smash, which
Smash.
both
Both-
Nick and I can agree on that for sure.
More like ultra trash.
How bare bones get with a video game.
And the
A
only thing
AAA.
good about that game was Boo was in it, and that was it.
Man, when it comes to Nintendo spin-offs, they really don't care.
Yeah.
Mario Party.
Okay, Nick and I both agree on Mario Parties on our stance of it. Minigames great, everything else.
You read my script.
I read it and I agree for the most part. The only thing that you and I both disagree on is the ally mechanics. I like the ally mechanics. You think it's broken and dumb as hell and unbalanced. I think it's fine.
I don't think it's dumb. I think it's a good idea, but the implementation and execution was not great, especially because how the maps are so small. If
I
the
think the
maps were
balance is
bigger, like
fine.
past Mario Party titles, allies would be great because you have a better chance of getting bigger numbers. But when you get big numbers on a small map, it just becomes
And the maps
broken.
are so bland. There's no life to them. There's no events. And if we do get an event, it says one little event of a boulder trying to crush you. Oh no, run away
Oh,
10
no.
spaces.
No.
It's just like the innovation, the charm of the GameCube style parties, and even some of the N64 ones. And I like that kind of charm that I really miss personally. Mini games are great. The rhythm stuff is all right, but the core game was the lackluster. You can't mess up the core aspect.
Yeah, there was only 4 boards in that game, which was pretty underwhelming.
They're all underwhelming. Small,
All of them.
lackluster, not visually pleasing. Freaking, just imagine if they would have just ported like one map from Mario Party 7, for example. Everybody would be only be playing on that one because it's the only good one, for example. That's how bad the new ones were. Sorry, I had to clear my throat for a second.
Also, like the online is also underwhelming because you can only play mini games. Not to mention that you can only play up to 5 mini games. You can't like choose what mini games you want to play with your friends.
You can choose, but the problem is you only get 10 options in total, and you choose 5 of the 10. That's how bad it was.
that you can't. Also that you can't like play like regular Mario Party. Like you can play in the boards online.
That
like,
would have been a seller point.
Like I could understand why, because people would rage quit and stuff, but
Friends only,
at the same time they could find at least they could find an alternative to that. Like hopefully in the next Mario Party,
Do
they
Smash
may
Brothers
find a
where
way
you can't quit. You legit can't quit Smash Brothers no more. Unless you force shut off the system, and that's your exception.
Yeah, and then you get penalized.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
not true.
Switch to PC says your opinion does not matter about Mario Tennis. It is fine. I mean, you're technically not wrong, but at the same time, I can say the same thing about you. But I'm not that kind of asshole. I love you, Mario.
I mean, I am. You're a dick. No, I'm joking.
I love you, Mario. Here's the thing. I don't think it's a bad game. I was personally disappointed how there's no team battles online, for example, and the balancing. But Nick,
remember, like we played it after multiple patches, and it was a lot better. I remember we played after a few patches, and you kind of liked it a lot better, because we had similar issues with gameplay before. I remember I kept sending you like video messages of like, why is he beating me? Because he would just but yeah, no, we played a few matches, and you said, oh yeah, okay, it's a lot better. There's still some things.
And the good news is they just recently added team battles online, which is kind of weird not to add that on launch. But hey, it's better now than never, I guess.
Yeah.
So like that kind of vibe right there, though. Like, oh wait, shouldn't team battles be there day one online? Like, do you see where I'm coming from? That kind of aspect. Why wait months to like actually get certain aspects of it?
Same with the characters. I feel like they're keeping the characters behind, for like tournaments and stuff. So I felt like some of these characters could have been ready for day one, but for some reason they're like, let's do it for a tournament reward.
And they're sort of doing like ARMS, where it takes forever to get a character.
Right, to increase the longevity.
And for ARMS, that did not help at all.
No.
And
I do like ARMS.
I'm pretty sure the Mario Kart developer team saying, how come we can make Mario Kart appealing with 3 to 4 modes, but if we do it on ARMS, why is those modes not appealing? And I hope they can take that into consideration, why like Mario Kart modes, like battle mode, racing, why people keep playing that over and over, and see how they can transfer that to ARMS in the future. They don't necessarily need a core single player story mode, but they should improve
for
upon the
ARMS
modes itself.
I feel like for ARMS they should.
They definitely should for ARMS.
Oh yeah, for ARMS, yeah, they should.
Why? What's the argument about? Who can stretch their arm the longest?
No, but like a comprehensive story. Like you have these characters with unique personalities, and they're just kind of the wasted potential, because all you're doing is just kind of throwing them to a ring and fight. That's it.
ARMS 2 story mode.
It's like they don't have an open world or something like that. What's their world look like?
They created a world.
Well, not like exactly, but you know what I mean. Like it doesn't have life to it.
And yeah, like I said, and the modes themselves don't have life. So I'm saying, if they need to focus on one aspect, I think they should focus on making their modes themselves compelling. And then if they have time, try to make a universe with it. Why not? every single franchise has a universe on its own. Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Captain Falcon's, F-Zero games have like a lot of lore to them.
F-Zero.
F-Zero. So yes, you're okay. I'm gonna backtrack what I said. They don't need it, but for me, they don't need it personally. But a single player story mode would be good because there's more options for people to play and experience something more than just the typical multiplayer aspect stuff. But I'm saying, because my perspective on it is, how come we punish single player? How come we don't punish single player games for having multiplayer elements, while in multiplayer games we do punish them for not having a story mode, like compare like to the single player stuff. And to the extent you can disagree with that aspect of it, I'm just saying we should sort of compare it to like a fair eye, I guess. And
eye for eye
at
thing.
the same time, some multiplayer games do start out with a story mode, like Splatoon. So if they do take away story mode in Splatoon 3, yeah, I would be mad. You can't take away content that makes Splatoon. It's like Mario Kart 8, we use battle mode. You can't make it on racetracks. That doesn't work like that. It just doesn't.
The thing that makes Splatoon so popular compared to ARMS is that there's an actual story. There's a world that it builds upon and gives you motivation to play it. True. With ARMS, there is no motivation to play it. There is no world building. It gives you a world, but it doesn't do anything with it. It's wasted potential. So if we ever, the only thing we ever will see from ARMS as of right now that I think, we are getting a comic book series made by Dark Horse, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only expansion we're getting. If we get an ARMS 2, they should give it some sort of story mode. Like give characters interactions. Right. Yeah. Again, all they're doing is just fighting, and there's no motivation.
And one thing Splatoon does have is compelling multiplayer modes to keep going back. When people play Splatoon, they love to do Turf War. They love to do, not Clan Blitz. They love to do the Tower one and the Rainmaker. The modes that you go to mostly play are compelling enough to come back, and you have the option to do a story mode if you like. They have their modes are compelling. That's what ARMS need to do, is make their core game compelling. It's too simple. All you do is punch and grab. Good luck trying to hit somebody, and it's just not fun. And when you don't have a fun core gameplay, it's gonna be hard to make the modes compelling on itself.
It just gets very repetitive and very boring, so that's what makes the game lose its gameplay.
And games like Smash Bros. And Mario Kart easily get repetitive, but the fact that they're so fun to play for years and years upon, I still go back and play Melee, Double Dash, Switch version of Deluxe, freaking Brawl. Even Brawl has tripping. I go back to play it for its subspace and home run contents and break the targets. They have the compelling aspect to return. That's what ARMS need.
Yeah.
It can be repetitive, but it needs to be done correctly.
We have gotten really off topic. What were we talking about?
We're talking
Nintendo did Switch games and the online service.
I think it was with Mario Tennis. That's what we got off to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Mario Tennis, it improved. Didn't start out well. It's all right. It's doing fine. It's doing better than Mario Party. And that's one we need to talk about next. Is Mario Party, which then we can transfer to the online service.
The juicy shit.
Because Mario Party's online is the
just online in general.
And the online in general, $20, they improve a percentage of anything.
Oh boy, where do we begin?
Oh, we're gonna talk about Mario Party, because Mario Party is a pretty core title to talk about. Boy, look at that game. It has a shit ton of hype. And it's still selling for some odd reason. I don't know why. I don't know what's so compelling about that game other than the minigames themselves.
It's very controversial. Like, some people liked it, some people didn't like it. So
at first I was like, all right, yeah, let's go.
Both sides. It's all right.
My knee-jerk reaction was, oh, I like this. 2 minutes later, uh-oh, something's not correct. That was like legit my impression of it.
I mean, at least they're sort of in the right direction when it comes to, 4 players, each of them, try to get the star. So at least they're sort of in the right direction. They just have to fix it, like do more tweaks in the next game. So.
Wait, we're talking about Mario Party?
Yeah, we're talking about Mario Party now.
Yeah.
This is what I'm out of.
Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys talk about this. I have not played Mario Party, so.
Yeah, I recommend staying and play Pokemon Let's Go and Smash Bros. The more better games of 2018.
Yeah.
So I wrote a review for Super Mario Party, but I never put it out. But I have the script.
I wrote some of it.
Just such an occasion. Let's see. Oh my goodness, where do I even begin?
Let's talk about the worst part of it: the boards themselves and the online.
Bland,
All right.
underwhelming,
Too
boring.
tiny.
Small, yeah.
I'm gonna get some water, so I will
agree
be
with
back.
you. What's up?
I said I'm gonna get some water, so I'll be right back while you guys talk
Okay.
about Mario Party.
Okay. Do I just read some excerpts from the review?
Try to make it natural and try not to read it.
Okay.
But at the same time,
I can
you can do whatever you want. I
Trust
don't
me,
give a fuck.
trust me.
You're fine.
I can make it natural. Okay.
You can make it
okay.
natural. But I want you to pull a William and go off script like me.
All right. So, Super Mario Party tries to return to this series' roots, but tries is the key word here.
Is definitely the major keyword.
Oh yeah. And it tries to sneak in what made the newer Mario Parties so disappointing. Here are the three major components to the philosophy of what makes up a Mario Party: the diverse boards, the risk-reward system, and the item system. So, number one, the boards are incredibly small compared to past games. This can create a chain of events where one player can get multiple stars in the same turn, and it hurts the overall balance of the game. And since boards are extremely small, there is a huge lack of branching paths or different spaces, which makes things linear and uneventful. Not to mention that the downsize has affected other aspects like the amount of coins you'd start with and the prices of the stars and items. And for the risk-reward system, the balance is completely off. Like, for example, in past Mario games, any space can cause absolute mayhem. Players can just as easily lose their hard-earned stars and coins as they can steal them away. Like, I always go back to the old Mario Party games, and when I play like Mario Party 2 or something like that, I'll sweat bullets if I get near a happening space or even a Bowser space, because he can take everything you have.
I missed the Bowser spaces from the GameCube and 64. They were so much fun.
In Super Mario Party, there's little to no risk whatsoever. I can shrug. I shrug every time I land on a bad luck space, because I'll just lose like 5 coins or something like that.
It only gets bad at the like last part of the game when you might like actually lose a star. But then guess what happens? You have enough allies to avoid that by that point. And of course, don't forget about the item shop system in that game.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
Okay.
So
yeah,
the item distribution system is the last and one of the most important components of Mario Party. They add many layers of strategy in which you can control the outcome of each turn, and if done well, even the outcome of the entire game. So in past titles, there was a plethora of items at your disposal. You can even plant them in spaces for other players to land on and ruin their day. The items in Super are sparse, and there isn't enough diversity to make a difference in board play. There are only 10 items total, and most are mode exclusives. Not to mention golden pipes, which take you directly to the star, only cost 10 coins, and are always available to purchase at specific stores on specific maps. Sure, the golden lamps existed in past games, but those cost a hefty amount.
30 points.
Right, and you had a small chance of encountering the items in shops, so it was never guaranteed. Beyond that, there are a lot of annoyances that dull the overall flow of the game. So, like, lack of battle minigames is an oversight. It removes a complete competitive element from...
Where's the DK mode?
Right?
Where's the Bowser space? Where's the risk of landing on a legit red spot? Because you always get coins even if you lose.
But here's the thing.
There's no risk at all for being trash.
So the game, Super Mario Party, tries to convey a competitive nature by rubbing in your face when you lose stars or coins or something like that. But it's immediately ruined by the buddy-buddy theme of the game itself.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the theme of Mario Party.
High five.
It should be friends against friends.
It's a complete contrast, which doesn't make sense. I feel like that's what makes me think that they tried to sneak in elements from other Mario Parties to hopefully something will stick, and nothing stuck.
Nothing stuck to the wall. It just all fell down.
Except for the character roster, which was actually good.
Well, but that in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter when the game itself is not fun, but there at least has one positive aspect, and the mini games are actually fun to go play actually from time to time.
So I just pulled some little excerpts, but yeah, no, Super Mario Party was a disaster. I was really hopeful it could start in a direction that Mario Party should go, but
Which
it didn't.
is the GameCube way, and they still did not do that. They have a template of 5, 6, 7, and 4, and they still can't do that.
Well, GameCube had a lot of good games, so.
Switch to PC and Stitch, I believe, are talking about the $20 a year for the Nintendo
Yeah, the online service.
Because Mario Party's online is the worst online of Nintendo's first party.
Yeah,
You want to play with Splatoon's tick rate? You can't, because you have to complain about Mario Party's lackluster, laggy.
I don't know. Let's Go has a terrible online too. You can't even connect directly with friends. You have to use codes and hope you connect with a friend.
And what you mean by hope, which means you will still get paired up with a random.
Yeah, you have to keep trying until you get hooked up with a friend. Like, I've tried it. I tried to help my friend out. Like, I can't connect directly with friends on my list. We have to use the same code and keep using it over and over again until we finally get connected randomly, which is stupid. And
awful.
I know, so it's terrible. Fucking hell. But $20 I thought was a good price, but for like what could in the future happen, which is I'm like, hopefully in the future their classic selection will be better, and they'll add like Super Nintendo games, N64 games, and hopefully GameCube games.
Give me that Path of Radiance, please. I really want to play Ike's game for once in my life.
I just really want to play Mario Sunshine and Mario Kart Double Dash, and I want to play Melee on my Switch, and also Wind Waker and all that stuff. Like, please.
Yeah, that'd be really good actually. Especially if that's stuck behind not stuck behind, but especially if you're playing $20 a year to get a bunch of games access to, and hopefully better online service. That would be a steal. But,
I know.
And here's the thing: people are wanting Nintendo to do dedicated servers. I'm gonna say this right now: go bug PlayStation, Sony, and all the third-party developers with their $60 online service. Half of those games don't run on dedicated servers. The only game I could think of is Halo 5, and Halo 5 makes me want to cry.
It was terrible, yeah. But also, like, the thing is, NES games are not the best thing to start out with. No one really wants to play NES games that much unless you're super nostalgic for them. But not a lot of people are, and I only played NES games for like a month. For like a freaking month, and I just stopped. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, the online service, like I said, $20, it's cheap, but it just doesn't offer. It just doesn't offer really good. Like, it has no really good benefits. Like, again, the NES games. Like, you know, where are the NES games? Where are the N64 games? Like, people care most about those games, not really much NES games. I mean, sure, they have online, but it's just sometimes, you know, it can really not work sometimes. Like, I tried it with my friend.
Online too, actually.
Yeah.
You have to go into low latency mode to get the better experience from it. The fact that you have to do low latency mode on an 80s game that should be very small in file size and demanding. The fact that you need to do low latency mode, compress the sound and the graphics from a 8-bit arc to get decent online play, and you can still potentially lag. What?
Yeah.
How's that even possible?
I don't know. But also, I might actually get rid of my subscription if they don't by the time the online hits 1 year anniversary. If they don't add like Super Nintendo games, I might actually get rid of my subscription because I don't use it that much.
Well, here's the thing. With Nintendo Online service, you're paying for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
The games are still peer-to-peer, meaning that it's all dependent on the other person's internet connection.
To be fair, most $60 online service games are peer-to-peer still too.
Right. But Nintendo is we're talking about Nintendo's online service.
Yep.
So they're charging for nothing, and they're not improving anything. They don't increase the servers. I was reading some comments. Twitch to PC said they just probably increased the number of servers they rent from Amazon. They have not done any server increases whatsoever. So you're pretty much, they moved free online behind a paywall, did nothing to it, tried to hide it with some NES games bundled, and
laggy online.
Called it done.
Yeah.
The online play has not improved whatsoever, and in fact, for a lot of people, it feels worse.
Also, the special offers is terrible.
I don't think it's worse.
Yeah. They don't even had any special offers to.
No, they've had the NES controllers for the NES games, and they had a Splatoon 2 DLC shirt. That's all.
Like special offers. I haven't seen any first-party games, Nintendo's games, with some discounts. Like, it's just like, where are the special offers at? Like, did they just set it just to convince people to buy the online service?
I'm just hoping the new president will actually step the shit up, honestly, because this was happening when Urakawa, I can think his name was the presidency. So hopefully the new younger one, I'm hoping that he'll actually make this shit better since he's younger. He understands like more of this generation and stuff and online. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong entirely.
All right,
Also, the cloud says,
Nintendo Entertainment System games were laggy for me. 8-bit lag, why? And I agree. Why? For 8-bit lag, come on. And Switch to PC says, well, they increased their server loads, and cloud storage, which, yeah, that's technically true. But some games, like Splatoon 2, that's really online based, doesn't support cloud, and same as Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Like
the thing, it's combat cheaters bullshit.
Right. The propositions that they offer do not meet the $20 a year expectation. $20 is cheap. Sure, everybody can make that argument all they want, but if it offers absolutely nothing in return to you in terms of value, it's not worth it. It doesn't matter how cheap it is, and we're not getting our money's worth.
And plus,
that is
we're not expecting dedicated servers. We just want improvements to the online experience, improvements to the latency, the net code, the tick rates, for example. Like we want improvements. We want improvements to the service itself. Yes, it might be peer-to-peer. We can understand that, but we want it to run better. That's what we asked for $20 online. We're not asking for Halo 5 style of online, which was actually good, but Halo 5 is still trash. But,
beat in 5 hours.
Yeah, that too. It's just we want improve. If we're paying for something, we should expect something in return, like Nick said, which should be improvements. Maybe not $60 worth of improvements, but enough to make the online experience good, and we get rewarded with some classic games from Super Nintendo, N64, and the very Nintendo Entertainment themselves. Yeah, go for it.
And GameCube, please.
Yeah, well, of course I want GameCube. But I'm trying to be more on the realistic side. They're not going to do GameCube for a while. And like, but they couldn't even execute the 8-bit games properly online. That shit lags, and even
the NES Classic was better.
Oh yeah, but that's $60 a year, and some people made the argument of saying I'd rather pay $60 for good online than $20 for bad online. And what's your take on that perspective? And that goes for everybody, and you guys in the chat too.
I kind of agree with that, honestly. $60 to me, and they actually do something about the online. I think I'd rather pay that, and they actually bring like a virtual console or something like that. I would do it definitely.
Oh, yeah, same here.
How about you, Nick?
I will be the show me it first, and then maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't tell me to pay for it, and then tell me.
Let's say Nintendo does do a $60 service like the Xbox and PlayStation. Let's say we know the quality of it. Let's just do in a pretend future arc world of whatever.
Okay.
So let's say you did see it. Would you rather pay $60 for good online or $20 for bad online, but it's cheap and still get some of the free games?
So does that
$60? If I'm gonna be paying for something, I want it to be done right
and good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's like you're paying an artist for a commission, and you're trying to cheap out and pay someone $20. You're gonna get crappy art. You're gonna get art that is no love has been put into it. When you pay however much they need, like $60, the same, then you're gonna get something that has love put into it, and it's gonna look great. That's what I want. I want something that has effort put into it, not just
like say an Xbox.
Yeah, it's business 101.
And it's sad that the Wii U's online was better.
Oh yeah.
And not only that. So for example, Splatoon. On the
worst
Wii U.
caveat of it, and Mario Kart for a lesser extent, but yes, the Wii U version somehow had better online.
So Splatoon on the Wii U, I think ran at 26 hertz, which isn't too bad. I mean, a lot of other shooters run at like 45 hertz and stuff like that. So it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was definitely playable and definitely more responsive. Couple that with the input latency from the controller is only about 3 frames. So it's not bad at all.
Better than Smash Ultimate.
Oh yeah, and to the point where even Satoru Iwata during the Iwata Ask section, he asked the developer Tsubasa Sakaguchi, I think, who the co-director. He said, "Let me ask you this. Tell me why you recommend the Splatoon motion controls." And he said this, quote unquote, "I would recommend it for the controls. We really polished them to a point that I really feel confident about them. So I would like people to try them out and see for themselves." He was really confident about the control method of Splatoon 1, and it worked really well. It was great to play. And then when you get to Splatoon 2 runs at let's see, 16 hertz
16.
online, which is abysmal.
Abysmal.
It really is. When you play online, you could die for no reason. You don't know why.
Oh, Nick, remember the video I sent you about the ink missiles going straight through the enemy?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I was so mad. I was like, how? How's that possible?
And then couple that, the latency from the online,
Got
16
worse.
hertz, couple that with the input latency from the controller. It is 5.85 frames. So it's almost double the latency alone just from the controllers. That's bad. And then
Very
now
bad.
Nintendo wants us to pay for that.
Yeah. But I like what Switch to PC said. It's like having a security guard for your house who takes 3 nights off each week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Joker, I want to say thank you for coming onto my live stream. And he said, Joy-Con boys, let's go. Joy-Con boys.
Hey, Joy-Con boys.
It's good to see
Yeah.
you, Joker. It's good to see you.
Yeah,
Stitch also
like-
says the online seems more lackluster than the Wii. And in terms of standards, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Honestly, if like they charged $60, but they did it like Xbox and Sony, where like you had like a couple free games every month, and it was actually better. I saw
And you
that,
actually
and I
own
experienced
them?
it. I
I'll pay
actually
for
own
it.
them. I would pay $60 for it, like straight up.
Yeah,
I would pay
I
yeah.
would give them my money for it. But I was gonna say
That's
something.
one
but I
thing really
forgot.
good about Xboxes online is that when you download the free play games, you actually get to keep them.
Oh yeah, unlike Sony, where like if you lose your online, you could keep them for like what 3 months, and then like you're gone. They're like you can't access them anymore.
Yeah, and
I know.
Right,
that's
yeah,
similar
Sony,
to
yeah.
Nintendo's case too.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with Nintendo's case. The Xbox is like so far the king of like online services. That's what Xbox was known for. So basically, Nintendo needs to copy Xbox.
I agree.
Switch
but
Yeah, they gotta take notes. They gotta take notes from Microsoft. Like,
Yeah.
Switch to PC says, so it's a third of the price of the other two. Are we getting a third of their features? Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I think even less than a third.
Yeah, like we're basically getting none of their features.
the only
I
feature
mean, we're not
we
getting
get
good.
is
We're not getting a good party chat.
Yeah, no, freaking that fucking app.
how about
phone app?
Yeah,
hey,
like think about that. Is just I don't know whose idea was it to put voice chat in a mobile app. Like that is just horrible. That is.
I
just
rather
really,
use Discord.
like think about it. On the Wii and the Wii U, they had some sort of voice chat implemented in the console, but in the Switch they couldn't. But what does that make sense?
No,
Yeah,
they
the
can.
Wii-
They can in the Switch
The
because
Wii
Fortnite
U
has
was
it
more
on Switch.
feature complete.
No, they can do
Exactly.
voice chat on the Switch because Fortnite allows voice chat on the Switch. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
It's just like it doesn't make sense. Like what?
It's bad when the Wii U was a more feature complete system than the Switch is. The Switch is really bare bones.
Stitch makes it
Like,
really
it
Yeah,
is.
the
bad.
Wii
Why didn't you
had,
have
the Wii
a-
had more stuff than the Switch. That's
Hey,
very
Nick,
embarrassing.
Hey, Nick, can you send me a text message on the Switch? Oh no, we can't.
Oh yeah, you can't.
I thought you were
message
like-
people on
I thought
Switch.
you were like asking me for a favor. I was like, yeah, sure. What's up? Oh,
I mean,
Yeah,
on the Wii,
yeah.
funny
on
man.
the Wii U,
You
at least on the Wii U, you had Miiverse, so you could message people there. But on
And
the Switch,
Miiverse was unique too, so I'll give it credit for that.
nah, you can't.
Yeah, with all the
Ah.
trolls and there someone recommended the DX guy from that one game on the Wii U to be in Smash. I was like, oh, okay, good luck with that. Stitch, yes, Stitch brought it up, and yeah, there's no messaging. Joker says, I brought Ultimate 2 days ago, and I love it since it's my first Smash ever. You're missing out Melee. I love Melee, and I love Brawl, but Brawl has a lot of problems, but I like it personally.
I think Brawl is the most feature complete.
Yeah, I agree with that. And
Because
Lulu says,
Smash
Buzzbee
Ultimate
for
has
Smash.
some things
That's
going wrong.
quality, Lulu. Buzzbee for Smash, let's go.
I just can't believe that they delayed the online servers for 1 year and we still got mediocre,
Yeah,
a mediocre service. Like it's just like wow, what? Like what was the point of delaying it for? If you're not going to improve it, then what's the point?
The only thing they improve upon is how many games of the Nintendo Classics they release.
Yeah.
That was
it's like-
only it. They didn't
Yeah,
even,
it took them a year.
and here's the thing. I don't think the online got worse. I think what makes it worse is the fact they're paying for the same quality for free to play style. So in people's
Yeah.
perspective, they'll think that as worse. and inconveniently they start getting random more disconnections, then yeah, sure, they're gonna get butthurt about it, and I completely understand about that.
Yeah, because I'm down to pay $20 for getting disconnected.
Yeah, I pay you to disconnect me.
The only reason why I bought the Switch Online was because I need to play video games with my viewers. That's my niche. So
Yeah.
I had to do it with my YouTube channel.
I have not bought Switch Online.
No, Nick. Oh, here's the thing. If I had the
Alex.
luxury of you and not so worried about the YouTube, but like not like getting viewers on YouTube, then yeah, I would never bought the online. But since my viewer base is all about playing multiplayer games together and making communities and communities together, I kind of had to do it for that kind of aspect.
Yeah.
Well, but let's just say I'm a regular consumer walking by, continuously playing the same game over and over and over again. I can play this game offline all I want. I don't need $20 a year to play this game online because the offline is beautiful itself.
Well,
And
here's the thing.
I would
My
never
reasoning
buy the
for-
online. And the only reason why I did it is for my YouTube channel because I love you guys.
Right, but I mean, your money still went to Nintendo, so in the end.
Yeah, it kind of.
Yeah, like
But
you want to.
I refuse to buy the Nintendo Online because their service is not up to par to what I expect.
And
B,
I agree with you. I would have done the
It
same
is-
thing too if I wasn't a
Yeah.
YouTuber.
it is completely undeserving of my hard-earned cash,
Agree.
and I only have the Switch Online right now because someone else bought it for me, because they want me to play games with them.
Nick just found a sugar daddy for himself, and he just got lucky.
It's usually how it works.
Yeah.
Consumer expect. Yeah, like
Lucina
well,
says, Inspector Gadget as an Echo Fighter for King K. Rool. That can work. That can potentially
Yeah,
work.
'cause
I agree with you on that.
that kind of
Inspector
works.
Gadgets.
I hope you know that's the new fighter coming in Pack 4.
Pack 4?
Yeah.
What about Pack 2 and 3?
Banjo-Kazooie is Pack 3.
And then what about Pack 2?
And Sora, baby.
There we go.
Back 2 is my ass. Sora.
That
I
makes
would
sense.
Sora.
That makes sense.
He's more deserving than Cloud is, that's for sure.
My only issue with Square Enix is from what I heard, and that's what most people heard. I heard Square Enix was being difficult with bringing Cloud back on the Smash Ultimate, and the fact that they didn't release more than just 2 songs from Final Fantasy. So I'm assuming that Square Enix was being a little bit troublesome bringing Cloud
Yeah,
back.
they were. Yeah, no, that itself is evident.
Yeah,
Felt like-
so
yeah, Cloud
so
barely
if
got
that's
it,
the
but-
case, then I would recommend not to bring in that Square Enix representation until they let loose a little bit. Like, come on.
Okay, Square Enix gave us 2 spirits, both of which are Cloud, 2 songs, that's
are
it,
Cloud.
and Cloud, and 1 stage, the same one from the past game. So, yeah, no,
Well, to be
they
fair, all,
did not.
95% of the stages are all from returning stages.
Well, yeah, but look, let me. Okay?
Yeah,
Let me have this one.
fine, whatever.
It was lazy on Square
William,
Enix's.
Do not encourage her. You're right. I shouldn't. I
Um,
shouldn't at all.
I don't know, like, I can't wait for the other 2 unknown fighter packs.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I didn't buy the season pass because I don't know who's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be a letdown fighter. So I'd rather buy at least
I
one
haven't
fighter.
bought it yet.
Yeah, me
either.
neither. I haven't bought it yet either.
I mean, first we know Joker, which is pretty cool, but we need
Which
to know a
remind-
couple more.
Which
'Cause
reminds me, I
I'm
think
gonna
Persona
pull a
5 is
Nick
coming to
here.
the Switch.
I'm gonna pull a Nick and
Yeah.
wait and see.
Yeah, but I think it reminds me about Joker. I think it's been confirmed that Persona 5 is coming to the Switch, and if it is, I actually want to get it because I never
speaking
played a
of Devil
Persona
for
game.
that, they just
Yeah.
recently announced Persona R5 or something like that, and it's currently only for PlayStation 4, which I find very interesting. I don't know why it's currently only for PlayStation 4, but typically that stuff kind of happens. Like Fighters only confirmed for Xbox and Sony, and then months after they're like, oh yeah, we're making a Switch version. And that might happen with Persona 5, but at this point, why wait for an announcement? You're getting Joker and Smash. Switch is selling. Third parties are selling good enough for developers to come back, like Doom, for example. We're actually getting Doom 2 because Doom 1 did good enough.
Yeah.
So come on, developers, stop making us
Well,
wait for announcements. We
Get
want to be
with
treated
it.
equally. No more port
Get
begging.
with it.
No more port begging. We're selling and we're buying. Come on.
Yeah.
See, we're at a point in the Switch's life cycle where every single game that's multi-platform should be on the Switch. There's no
If it
excuse.
can run.
We are 2 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
Almost,
like
yeah, almost
this
2
coming
years.
March will be 2 years.
2 year development periods. We're at the point where every game developed now should be on the Switch. There's no reason. There's no reason why it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
So-
even if it doesn't look the best, it should still play good.
Yeah,
That's the
or
point.
at least like Eastern developed games, pretty much.
Yeah, like don't be like Ark though.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, no.
Oh
God,
yeah,
no.
Ark.
Awful.
Ark runs like resolution-wise runs way worse than Wolfenstein 2 at launch.
It runs at like
Wolfenstein 2
144p.
No,
on
did you say
handheld.
240? Yeah, it apparently runs at 240 in handheld mode.
No, 144p.
That's in handheld mode.
Yeah, 144.
That's so bad.
It looks terrible.
Good lord, and I thought I was complaining about Wolfenstein and Doom's 400, 500 shenanigans. Like, I'm kind of thankful for that now. Ever since of Ark Survival.
That's right. Switch to PC. Nintendo actually said they expect dev periods to catch up by the second year.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
what I believe this is what Reggie said too, actually.
Reggie,
And,
my
and I
man.
hope he's correct because he lied to us about the Switch Online. We have a robust online service, which I know somebody in the chat said that, so I'm gonna give
Yeah.
you credit for
Okay.
that.
Well, Reggie kind of has a history of saying things that didn't come to pass. Like, for example, being able to use 2 gamepads on the Wii U. Do you guys
I mean,
remember that?
it was possible. It's just no one ever used it.
They
Wait, I was gonna say I thought that was Kimishima that said that. I think.
no. Reggie came out.
Yeah, Reggie said
Oh
it.
yeah, we're not gonna have friend
Oh,
codes.
okay. I
Don't
thought
worry
it was
about that. No friend codes.
Yeah.
And here's
No
the
friend codes on Switch.
Friend codes,
Oh,
baby.
we brought him back.
Can we have a water?
I
bed,
wish my
please?
friend code was just 2 numbers because I was like one of the first buyers. like come on.
That's true. Reggie
At
has to
least
spin whatever
at
Japan
least
decides.
reward me with like, what's your friend code, William? 5. Okay, here you go. like, come on.
Yeah.
Why
That's true though.
mine?
When
So
Reggie
long.
does have to spin what Japan decides. It's not really Reggie's fault. He just has to tell
Oh,
everyone
yeah,
what.
Nintendo of America
It's re-
does not have the option to make like actual decisions.
Yeah, it's really
Like-
Nintendo of Japan's fault.
Right, but that doesn't necessarily
I
dissolve
mean,
him
they
of
can't
any
suggest
blame.
it though. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
if it is unsure, don't say anything. In marketing, you have to really be
Careful.
careful
Sure.
on what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it is kind of Reggie's fault, but it's mostly Japan's fault, like Nintendo Japan's fault for making him say all this though too, because it is his job.
So
Yeah, they're mostly
let's move on to the next topic because we're gonna be doing this for hours if we keep going.
Oh yeah.
So
true.
I don't want to take up your guys' time. So we're gonna do 2019 predictions, and that can be any for any platform, any console, any PC, whatever. You do Windows XP 95 for God fuck's sakes, for all I care about. So
XP.
what's your guys' prediction for 2019? Let's start with Alan, then Nick, then Trevor, then myself, and afterwards we're gonna choose Game of the Year.
Okay. All right. I got 2 predictions for you guys. So, 1. Do you guys think we'll see Metroid Prime 4 at E3 2019?
I hope.
I think we'll see at least a teaser. I don't know if we'll see the game released like in 2019, but I think we'll see at least another trailer.
We're gonna
updating
get a
us.
cinematic.
Yeah, cinematic. There we go.
We're gonna get a CG trailer, and it's gonna show the same thing from 2017 E3, but they're gonna send it for 10 seconds. Put a face of Metroid's face. I'm joking. It's Samus's face. then cut it from
Metroid. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Metroid.
Metroid.
there. Metroid.
It's the Metroid.
Hey, look, it's Metroid. She's hot. That's Samus. Oh no.
Yeah, reminds me of a smart song.
I'm viewers. I'm joking about that. I know
But can
it's Samus.
Metroid crawl? That's what we'll find out in Metroid Prime 4.
Is Metroid sexy though? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Then what's the second prediction? What's the second prediction, Alan? We
Oh, okay.
we have to keep moving along.
So
here.
there's been a lot of rumors going on this year. I think like recently, like a couple of months ago, that we may get a revision of the Nintendo Switch coming probably in 2019. So do you think it could happen, or like do you think it's too early for a new revision, or no?
Nick's like, yeah, I'm grooving to that.
I don't know if it's coming out. Would I want it? Yes, because the thing is, if there's one coming out, I'm gonna sell my Switch to a friend of mine so I can get the money to buy the new one.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
honestly, I feel like it is gonna come out. I just don't know when because Nintendo makes revisions of like almost every one of their consoles. They made a Wii Mini and stuff. They made like an NES top loader back in the NES days. Like 3DS and handhelds are known for revisions. So I think they're gonna make a revision. I
If
just
the
don't know when it's gonna
revision
possible.
Is a powerful version of the Switch, not a lesser. I'm gonna clarify. It has
Yeah.
to be an upgrade. Then I will sell my old Switch to my
Yeah.
friend.
Like not a Switch,
Then-
not a Switch Mini.
No. It
No.
has to be
No.
like new 3DS level of improvement in some form.
Like 3D,
So,
like new
if
3DS XL. Yeah.
yes. So if it's improvement to the actual hardware, it can be very slight. If it's like 1% improved, then I will sell my old Switch, transfer all my memory from the cloud, with few exceptions, sadly, and then sell my old one. Pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do.
Okay, they
So,
have to
I
update the
want
transfer
it.
process.
Will it happen? Maybe. It depends.
I think so.
It just depends. I have no insider source. I can't say. I will.
I think it
want
does.
To.
I think it will happen based on Nintendo's history. I mean, they released a new Nintendo 3DS.
No doubt
and
they will definitely do a re-release of the Switch in some form. It's a matter of fact of how, when, and what it will be.
Yeah, they already technically did do a re-release, a small release. It was basically the fixing that hack that in the hardware.
Oh, that's also from a software update too, which is surprising.
I know. I know.
So
I think
props
they
to
did
them
that, but
for
yeah.
that. Props to them.
Yeah, but they will release some a Switch revision. We don't know if it'll be a mini or pro, but they will at some point, and based on their history.
I could kind of see a Pro happening because I don't know what can they benefit
If
from.
it's a pro, I'm definitely getting it.
Oh yeah, as
Yeah.
a pro, I'm definitely turning my Switch into GameStop and
Also, just so they
do
can
that.
just so they can
Don't
get
do this.
more
Just sell it to a friend.
third
You'll
party
get
games.
more money, Trevor.
Well,
That's true.
Unless they're doing like a special deal, then maybe not the GameStop. No. I don't recommend.
Okay, that's
All right,
that's
Nick,
true.
what predictions do you have? It could be more than two. It doesn't have to be Allen
Okay.
size. It could be more.
I think we are definitely going to see a certain character from a certain franchise, from a certain company, for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Insider source, but
Yeah, I do have some sources.
And I know what sources you have, which means
same.
you're giving me a huge hint. I'm not gonna say it, but that's gonna be groundbreaking in so many regards.
It's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be announced first and foremost, but it's going to lead to a partnership between these two gaming giants.
Shut up.
I don't know if I should say it.
Don't say it specifically. Don't.
I'll tell you guys off camera then. How about
Yeah.
that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I still don't
but-
recommend that. Like what happens if Trevor splits up the beans on Twitter from waking up from?
Oh my
Minecraft?
God! Shut up. Will. I'm not gonna
No,
do
this is
that.
what's gonna happen. Trevor's gonna be sleeping, then he falls down from Minecraft in his vision. Wake up and says, "Holy crap!" It spills the rumor, and then Aubrey goes to
Shut
jail.
up. Well. Oh my God. I'd rather come on you than do that.
Switch
So
to PC
I
says
do.
Master Chief confirmed, and he's pulling a Lulu, and I agree. Master Chief is coming to Switch. He's gonna be Halo 2 is gonna be ported to the Switch. That's their partnership.
No, Halo 2.
Oh,
Halo 6 Mario Edition.
No. Halo 2 with Mario. What
Halo
blue?
2 with Mario
What's going
mods.
on here? Covenant? What the hell is a Covenant?
Halo 2 with Mario mods. Like you're in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Guys, I told you not to say anything.
Well, sorry. I did a Minecraft thing. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
It's Steve from Minecraft, guys. Come on.
Oh my God,
Please don't,
that makes me
please
think. That makes me think. What the fuck? What if he was actually in Smash Brothers? Oh my God.
So, do you have any other predictions? Nick?
I can see it
Diamond
happening,
pickaxe
to be honest.
attack. Diamond pickaxe attacks.
I
So-
can see it happening.
Other predictions, Nick. Other predictions.
All right. So what I actually think is going to happen in terms of these Switch is I think they're going to release a home console only version that is capable of a lot more, but it's a home console only version. I think that's what I want because I never take my Switch out of the dock. And if I can play my games at a higher resolution, at a higher clock speed, with double the RAM at least, I'd say so. I think it's going to be an Xbox One X situation. For Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, that could be some beneficial, but that's gonna lose the appeal of the term
the
Switch. Itself.
Switch.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as
That-
well.
I'm
Like
concerned
it
about
wouldn't make
that,
sense
and
for their
also-
marketing.
The 2DS exists, and
That's
that's
true.
the purpose of the 3DS. The Wii Mini exists.
That's
Then-
true.
No,
But they
Nintendo
changed
is-
the name to a 2 instead of a 3. So
Yeah,
how will
that's
they
true.
switch this? A non-switch? Hey guys, I'm gonna get the non-switch. Thank you, cha-ching. Here we go.
Yeah, that would really
The
mess up. with
Nintendo
marketing.
non-Switch.
A slight brand name change wouldn't do anything. Like that's why the PlayStation 4 Pro or the Xbox One X,
Yeah, but I feel like they added a name next to the console itself.
It
I mean-
still
name
might
entirely.
confuse the
No.
consumers to saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get the Switch. Why is mine not portable
Yeah.
now? It's Pro. Mine's a Pro. It should do this." Do you see where I'm
Switch
coming
Pro.
from?
But
So, I'm a little bit concerned on that.
I think a home console only version is going to happen. a way more powerful version. Switch PC says that it already exists, but it's what developers use. But that is unapplicable to us because we're the consumers. But I think we definitely need it because the Switch is already showing its age, especially since we're hitting the limit on what the console can already do. I wish Nintendo would have went with the NVIDIA Tegra X2 instead of the X1 because we would have had way more capability.
Yeah, Mark does have a valid point. They can easily just release the more powerful portable Switch, which I think they should do that versus your home console version. But I'm pretty sure that, but what I'm saying is not impossible for them to release a home console version only because God knows why they release a Switch Mini with no Wi-Fi compatibility. So it can happen. So anything is possible. Personally, I would want a powerful Switch 2, but it shouldn't take away the portable aspect.
Yeah, the Switch possibility.
And if that costs a tiny bit of like here's the thing: if they do Nick's version of the Pro, which is only home console, I don't mind taking away 1% power just to get the extra power of less of the console 100% base version. Well,
here's I think they could release 2 SKUs.
Say, but hopefully, you guys get the point.
I think they could definitely have best of both worlds with 2 SKUs. A way more powerful home console only version or a slightly more powerful still Switch.
And they should
like
do
the
at minimal
new 3DS XL in that
they
regard.
Minimal should be both at least if they do the home console version only.
My other predictions are at E3 this year. I think they're going to announce the next Xenoblade game, as well as what Retro has been working on for the past 6.5 years.
Tropical Freeze 2.
I feel like it's too soon for an Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or something.
Well, they've been working on it for the past like almost 2 years now.
That's what we said about from X to 2. When we saw 2, we're like, "There's no way that's going to release the same year as announced." Oh wait, it did.
No, it's like I don't think it would be announced, but it wouldn't be released this year.
It may be because we all thought Xenoblade 2 was going to get delayed. Remember those days?
It almost was, and rightfully, I think it should have been for the performance.
Oh yeah.
Definitely on handheld mode. It was very bad.
Yeah, I did heard
they kind of fixed things up with patches, but
and Torna.
I haven't played Torna. I have no
Apparently,
idea
Torna actually looks better because they refined the engine itself.
That's good because it's actually the Xenoblade X engine that they just kind of put.
Yeah, I kind of figured on that part too.
Just like how Breath of the Wild is actually the Skyward Sword engine.
But Breath of the Wild is so much better though.
I know.
Skyward Sword. I love Breath of the Wild. I'm not a big Zelda fan in general, but Breath of the Wild really changed my love for Zelda games.
I'm so glad I beat that game. It was so good.
I'm waiting for the emulator to add VR support. I would want to. Awesome. I would want to play all my Wii U and Switch games in VR. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Ultimate
have fun with your ice trains.
That'd be a game.
Because I've been playing Melee and Brawl and other GameCube 64 games. I've been playing a lot of those older titles in VR, and it really adds a new layer of depth. Because I'm able to walk around Mario and like for example Mario Sunshine, I can walk around Al Delfino, and it's like, wow, this is huge. It's really awesome. It's great. But yeah, those are kind of my predictions because I've been wanting to see what Retro's been working on for a long time. As well as I want a Mario Strikers. I haven't brought that up.
I want a baseball and the Strikers because those two were great on the. Okay, the GameCube version of Strikers was better than the Wii, but I liked both. And then I like the Wii version more than the GameCube of baseball, but I like both baseball games. You get the point when I'm there. I'm saying I love the baseball games. I love the Strikers. I want both to come on Switch in some form, but make it a sequel, not a port. Mario Strikers 3, Mario Baseball 3. Give it to me now, please. And online support.
I wouldn't mind a port.
Decently good, Tennis Aces style, minimal. Come on, like don't make it like Mario Parties online.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your prediction, Trevor?
My predictions. I got more than 2. I'll tell you that. My first prediction is for Pokemon that it'll be better than Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee. Of course, it's supposed to be made. It's supposed to be made towards the veterans, so like me. So hopefully it'll be good.
I think that's more of an expectation than a prediction.
Well, they actually said it. They actually said that it was supposed to be. It was made for the veterans. Like
And
it's
they
supposed
did
to be like,
announce it being
For the
core.
hardcore Pokemon.
yeah, core, like hardcore.
I hear
Like-
the graphics are going to be like kind of based off Pokken, but more refined.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I really want that.
I know. But and like my other one would be like I don't know if they released the game, but they'll give us another teaser for Bayonetta 3. I want another teaser. I want to like get a little more updated, kind of like Metroid Prime 4.
Mhm.
Also, I have another one, Skyward Sword HD port for the Switch, because we've been talking about it. And Ishihara, I think it's Ishihara mentioned it, like, would you all want a Skyward Sword port? And everyone's like, yes. He didn't say anything else, but like I think he was dropping hints. Also, Persona 5 for Switch, not 2019.
If a Skyward Sword port exists, it's probably going to be done by Grezko.
Oh. Yeah, the people that did the past ones, yeah.
Yeah, that would make more sense. Honestly, wish like kind of like what they're doing with Final Fantasy VII. If we could get a full-on remake of a game or reimagining of a Zelda game, that'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
Not Breath of the Wild, because that's a new game, but like, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because people are online are remaking like a Zelda. Game.
Like Ocarina of Time and Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like that'd be cool.
I know.
That would be really good.
Also, here's a joke prediction: Final Fantasy 8 for the Switch. Let's go.
Comes late.
Wait, didn't they already announce that?
Not 8.
No, not 8. They skipped 8. They went from like 7,
7,
9,
10,
X1, X2,
12.
I think.
The remasterings of 7, 9, and 10 and 10
And
too.
also 12.
What about 8? Fuck
And
8.
12. And I
What's
think
in
12 as well.
Yeah, what is 8?
12. Yeah, 12.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's
those
like,
are coming out in 2019 apparently, which is crazy.
Oh yeah, same with Resident Evil 2. Like some of the Resident Evil games, like 4. I never played 4, so I'm gonna love playing 4 on the Switch.
I want.
Also,
Wait, Square
Saints
has a
Row the
parent-
Third as well is coming next year. as
Square's
well.
apparently lost Final Fantasy VIII's original source code.
What?
Way.
Oh,
Really?
Are you
Come on. It's like the BBC with Doctor Who. Come on.
dude? It's like freaking Konami with Silent Hill,
Oh yeah. God damn.
and Square Enix with Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's surprising. They never showed Silent Hill at the Game Awards. Or did they? Because I didn't watch all of it.
No. Like the Silent Hill HD collection was actually like a pre-alpha build that they had to like fix up because they lost the original source code. Is
Silent
bad.
Hills. Wait, what game am I? Oh, I'm talking about Death Stranding. A completely different game. Never mind.
Oh
Never
yeah,
mind.
Death Stranding was
Oh,
Sorry,
different.
that was my fault.
Kojima
Not my
game.
fault. Wrong game. Okay. So
Yeah.
Silent Hill is something completely different. So okay.
You
Yeah.
know, I've noticed a lot of companies are really bad at game preservation of the original work,
Yeah.
except Nintendo. Nintendo has everything they've ever done.
In the file.
Yeah.
And companies are like, as soon as they're done with the game, they just delete everything because they don't think it's important. Come on, I have
Come on,
everything
man.
I've ever
Awesome, we're
done.
done. We made our money.
Yeah, like I have everything I have ever done on my servers. I don't delete anything because I don't know when I'll need it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Like all my video files, I have I have folders for all my video files I edited. That's in case I need to edit something else again.
Okay, so
Be like
now we're
George
gonna go
Lucas
to my
perfect everything.
predictions.
Okay, let's go.
So I'm
don't
gonna predict
care.
that Luigi's Mansion is gonna be. I'm gonna predict Luigi's Mansion is gonna be Nintendo's Game of the Year itself, as the big twist. And then
Yeah,
I'm
I forgot
also
about that.
gonna say Talon's gonna get delayed because they're gonna focus on Pokemon to 2020.
Bro, what's gonna get delayed?
Town,
Town.
the new IP by Game Freak.
Freaks.
Yeah, RPG.
Oh, I think I've
Yeah.
seen some.
It was from
It was,
E3 2018.
Yeah,
No,
it was from,
it was
it was
from a
from-
direct.
No, it
It's
was
from a
from the
direct.
September Direct.
Yeah, September
it's-
Direct. And then I think Animal Crossing is gonna get released in summer.
I
And
agree.
I also
That'd be
think
the best time for it.
I also think
good summer
Free
one.
Houses is gonna have Ike in it to sell more units. They're gonna have Ike in the game to sell more copies.
Did you say Animal Crossing? But
No,
with
no.
Ike in it?
Ike is gonna sell free houses, low key. Fire Emblem free houses,
Okay.
and then Animal Crossing is gonna be released in summer.
Okay.
He's like, what? Like, you trying to
He's
make
like,
Animal Crossing violent?
Ike.
I was like, what a wild prediction. I hope it comes
Oh, that'd be
true.
interesting.
Yeah, and
Animal
also,
Crossing
I'm gonna
becomes
predict
violent.
that Mario Kart Tour is gonna be nothing more than a way to connect with Deluxe. That's my theory.
Oh yeah, we have 3 more months until they're supposed to release it.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
about Mario Kart
cool.
Tour.
I'm not excited
have
about
not
it because
talked about it
I
at
already
all
have
for
my
their
portable Mario
physical
Kart that
year.
I need. But if it's good, I'll still try it out. But
Mario
yes,
Kart Tour. The
Connect with
companion app to
Deluxe.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
It's like our online Switch app.
Oh my god.
this time You can learn information of the lore of each cart piece.
You can learn information and shit. Also, you can't battle. This is so. Also, we're gonna make you chat through people with this app, not the Nintendo Online app.
Oh yeah, another app. Awesome.
And I think the surprise third-party title from next year gonna be announced. I think GTA 5 is gonna be that surprise title, and Persona 5.
No.
I'm not saying.
No, we don't need GTA 5. We need new stuff.
Yeah, where's the new
Give us
third-party
Kingdom
games?
Hearts 3 on the Switch.
Oh yeah,
I
that would be great.
I don't think it's gonna happen
Give
for
us
a while.
Final Fantasy 7 remake on the Switch.
Spyro Reunite Trilogy.
Yeah,
will
I can see
Mario
that.
Tour be one-off payment or microtransactions? I'm gonna say microtransactions for the better.
Yeah,
Probably.
because they
Micro.
tried the one-off payment with Super Mario Run. It did well, but not as well as Fire Emblem, which is still doing
Which
really well.
I still play that game by the
Yeah,
way because I actually
successfully.
like it. But
I've
I
never
don't.
touched the game.
I'm free to play.
I've never
I'm free to
touched
play.
either.
I swear to God, I'm free to play people here. I don't spend
Me
microtransactions
neither.
on games. But I love heroes though. Like I love building the characters and getting lucky and then crying when I get the worst items
getting lucky.
possible.
Yeah, that's
We're about not to get lucky.
Yeah, I mean, with my luck in RNG with Mario Kart, for example, I think I can rub it off on Fire Emblem. I got this.
yeah.
Shut
I
up
bet
about
you,
your
It never
luck.
worked.
I bet
It
you
never
do
worked.
rub one off to Fire
Yeah.
Emblem characters.
Yeah.
Sicko, link me stuff.
Pervert.
Haha, Alencia's mine. She's my waifu.
Waifu. Fucking waifu.
Okay. I'm
See,
getting cringe.
If we're talking about waifus, Nia from Xenoblade 2.
Best
May
girl
for
for that
Pokemon.
series. I agree with that. Okay, but going on. Okay, so pretty much, yeah, my surprise title is gonna be GT 5 and Persona 5, and I'm giving a hint where the next new IP is gonna be called. It's gonna be called 5. That's my new IP prediction. It's gonna be called 5.
To 5.
Yeah, because since we're gonna get GTA 5 on the Switch, Persona 5 on the Switch, Nintendo's gonna go, we're gonna make a game called 5, and then they're gonna release it in 2021. That's
Based
my
off
final
Tim Burton's
prediction.
9.
I got one quick prediction real quick, so just
Okay,
wanna
what's
throw
up?
it out.
Okay,
What's up,
go ahead.
Alan?
Okay. All right, so this is gonna be a very long shot.
Okay,
But-
is it gonna be Pornhub
but
on
if-
the Switch?
Yes.
No.
Yes, yeah, that's my
Nintendo
prediction.
Switch. Triple X now. You must be 18 years older to buy this shit.
Or if we give you
Okay,
$20,
guys,
it doesn't
What's
matter.
your prediction?
And we give you a week of free porno premium.
What's your
man.
prediction, Alan? Just say it.
Okay, no, all right. In all seriousness, I think we could get a revive of an old franchise.
Like F-Zero?
F-Zero, please.
I feel like F-Zero could potentially come back. I think now it's time.
I mean, if we're getting Metro Prime, I'm all for F-Zero.
Let's see, what was that third
Make
party
it this
for the-
game, but better. Better story mode, but core gameplay should be like this version.
60 FPS, man.
Please. Please. Nintendo, if you're listening, which you're not, because there's only 5 people watching, please.
So actually, some of my friends who are in the industry, so they told me some really interesting stuff.
Stitch, you're crazy.
so-
I love it.
So do y'all know the Aquamoto Racing Utopia game for the Switch?
Never
No,
heard of
okay.
it until just
It's
right
like a
now,
wave
so
race.
I think
hook
I
me
kind
with
of
that
heard.
Wave race
information.
style game.
Oh yeah,
so-
I figure it would be like Wave Race.
Yeah, so originally Nintendo approached them about making a wave race game, and they declined. So
Just
it seemed like
Need for Speed
it seemed-
developers.
it seemed like they showed interest in that IP itself, but it looks like nothing has come of it. Also, kind of similar situation. What was that F-Zero game?
Criteria Games.
What was it called though? I forget.
Fast
Fast racing.
Racing
Fast
DMX?
Fast RMX. Yeah.
Yeah, Fast RMX.
Yeah, so Nintendo kind of approached them as well, and it was the opposite. They approached Nintendo with a prototype, and they kind of said no. So I don't know if Nintendo's even interested in F-Zero anymore.
They
but
better
the
be.
creators of those games, from what I was told, they were wanting to make an F-Zero game,
Yeah.
but they were declined. So
Lovely.
I don't know.
That's
I
so
mean, it is a long shot, so I mean, it could have.
I got another prediction.
It's a long shot.
All right.
Okay.
Final
Yeah.
prediction for Trevor. Let's
Fine.
go.
Okay, Super Monkey Ball HD. Let's go.
I'll dig that. I'll like that. That'd be cool.
Or Super Monkey Ball
That'd be
3.
really cool. I would really like to see that.
I would prefer 3, but any kind of Monkey Ball game would be decent. Let's
Can we
go.
get a Donkey Kong 64 reimagining? Please?
No.
With the new DK
Never
rap?
gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Oh yeah.
Unless
And also, please add the
Okay.
funky mode. Funky mode
Donkey
is
Kong.
essential now.
Dude, DK64, man, I hold it close to my heart. And so if someone decided to like remake it or something,
Well, that's up to Rare.
I mean, that's how I feel.
no,
about Mario
no,
Kart
well,
games.
no, I
No,
wouldn't
'cause-
say, I wouldn't say it's up to Rare. Nintendo owns the rights to DK64.
Yeah.
That's why you haven't seen it on like Rare Replay, because Nintendo holds that. Just like Nintendo doesn't have any candle to Banjo-Kazooie or Conquer. They
Yeah.
hold the right. They're
Microsoft.
Perfect Dark.
But they do hold the
Microsoft
rights to Donkey Kong Country because they own the IP for Donkey Kong Country.
Right. They fully own the DK
okay.
character. Which is
Yeah.
why when Microsoft bought Rare, the executives were walking down the offices of Rare, and then they saw the giant statue of DK and was like, "So we got him, right?" And they were like, "No." And apparently they were really frustrated because they wanted to take DK away from Nintendo. So that was one of the only reasons why they bought Rare, is because to steal all of those IPs away. But it's
Yeah.
it was partially Nintendo's fault because Nintendo declined to buy out Rare when the Stamper brothers approached them about it. So I think Nintendo kind of brought that on themselves.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was stupid.
I agree.
I
Okay,
don't
so
know
now
why,
we have to
but-
go to the final topic, which would be what's our game of the year for 2018, and I'll answer a couple Q&A questions at the end as well. So, Alan, what's your game of the year for anything?
Okay, so
Hmm?
2 games: Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Spider-Man. Those are my 2 game of the year.
Which one do you prefer more?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna say Spider-Man. Honestly, because
Okay.
Smash Brothers, like I said, I love Smash Brothers. You know, it's a great multiplayer game, but like the single player, I feel like it was a little lacking. Like World of Light was fine. It was sort of like a time to kill time and stuff. It was alright, but it just didn't. It didn't felt as much as like a Subspace Emissary or Adventure Mode from Melee. Classic mode was really interesting. Like I really like how each character had their own separate events, like where they fight different characters. Like
I feel
Ryu
like-
fights on one-on-one.
I feel like World of Light is essentially just a giant event match.
Yeah.
Yeah, on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Trevor's your game of the year.
Octopath Traveler, because it was like a nice callback to the classic JRPGs back on like the NES and the SNES. And it had a nice, I guess I don't know what to call it, 3.5 or 2.5D style, but I like that too. Like when I played the prologue, it was just amazing. I loved it. I actually kept dying a lot, which I thought was good for me because I get used to Pokemon. So me dying this much and having to grind, I'm like, hey, this is a good challenge for me. I like it. So that's my game of the year, Octopath Traveler.
Nyx.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So I haven't played a lot of games this year, but
Sure.
there is one that I really, really liked because of the amount of work that we put into the review for it. And just the game itself is phenomenal. It's definitely Spider-Man PlayStation 4.
No, that's a good one.
I mean, the story was great. The gameplay was polished. The developers put out a lot of free content as well as paid DLC that enhanced the story even further. So I really liked it a lot. I'm not really a fan of well, I wouldn't say I'm not really a fan. I'm a casual fan of Spider-Man, but that game was great. And the review that we put out for it, that we put too much work into,
And
it's
all
really
the
good.
stress.
I like it. Yeah, all the stress that accompanied with it. I'll link it in the chat.
Yes, you
Um,
can. 'Cause I
but-
believe you're a mod. If not, then that's kind of unfortunate.
I don't know. No, I posted. I'm not a mod, but yeah, no, we put a lot of effort into it, into the review itself, and the game was great. That's the project that we put so much time and effort into that I can't just say it's not my game of the year. So
Hey, Nick,
yeah.
make sure you write something in the
Okay.
chat so I can make you mod, like off stream. I can do that, okay?
Well, I did.
I don't see it.
Yeah, my
you
thoughts
don't?
are exactly Nick for Spider-Man.
Like I'm talking about like
you
in the
know,
live stream chat. That's what I meant.
That's what
So-
I did.
I see Stitch and switch to PC. You're lying to me. There we go. I found it.
Yeah, there's a link and then Spider-Man PS4.
Okay.
you go.
Maybe Trevor.
Maybe.
All right, so my game of the year is unfortunately a huge lackluster because I only play Switch games, and Switch in 2018 was like, I kind of had to hold my stance because they weren't doing certain things about it correctly with the ports and all that crap. So out of all the games I played that's released in 2018, I would unfortunately, not really unfortunately, but at the same time, I'll have to say Super Smash Brothers is my game of the
I was
year.
to say Fortnite. No, joking.
No.
Fallout 76.
I did play Fortnite for like about 40 hours because I just want to get my first solo dub and then just like get out. Like, I don't really like Fortnite no more. But I'll say it's Smash Brothers because Smash Brothers feels like, I feel like a lot of charm has been put to this game. Like a lot of, like, you know how like Smash games have like the personality that I think Smash 4 sort of lacked. That sort of charm came back in Smash Ultimate, so I'm giving them credit for that. Other than that, I would say that's my game of the year. With my most played game of the year is this bad boy right
So
here.
let me ask you this: you say Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is your game of the year. Is that because the hype hasn't died off yet because it recently came out, or is this after just analysis?
Here's okay. So here's the thing. I didn't play Eevee, so I can't say Eevee's my game of the year because that'd be cheating. Mario Tennis Aces is not gonna get game of the year for me. Mario Party is not gonna get game of the year for me. I don't think ports can count, so Wolfenstein 2 doesn't count. And that goes with like Fighters 2 technically. And I haven't played Fighters, so I can't really judge it. So my options are kind of limiting, to be honest.
Gotcha.
And
Well, you could just say Switch to PC said Sideman review. Apparently, I reviewed a game called Sideman. What an
Yeah.
interesting
Works.
concept.
it's
Like, hey,
perfect.
I'm your side man. I'm your side chick.
Wouldn't that be like Game and Watch? Sideman?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure these two games will impress me more than Smash Brothers because of like the more of the single player elements and hopefully the better
Yeah.
online. But
That's nothing about like,
Sideman.
apparently oh crap, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. So right now it's Smash Brothers for what it is,
Just
but
busting your balls.
if Pokemon Let's Go Eevee's online is 1% better than Smash's, which based off of Trevor's is not, so it might be Game of the Year for me, but it's most like I'm not sure. I just have to choose Smash
Right.
Brothers.
right.
Alright,
I like.
guys. So for about 10 minutes we can do Q&A or 5 minutes. What do you guys have time for Q&A?
Like 5 minutes, yeah. After that,
Okay,
I'm
let's
I'm
do
gonna
5
go to
minutes
bed.
of questions. Feel free to ask questions and all that good stuff.
Also,
Feel
the worst
free
game of
to ask
2018,
anything.
Fallout
Worst game of
76.
2018, Mario Party. Easy.
Yeah.
No, I'd say
It
Fallout
is now
76.
time for
I
the
never played
Q&A.
Fallout 76. But here's the thing,
It's
Fallout 76
terrible, but
is groundbreaking in its own right. It's the first game to have a number entry where its Metacritic score is lower than the title.
Bethesda really shot themselves in the foot right here. Like Fallout 76 is just terrible. Like
And they're
everything was going on
continuing
right
to
now.
do so.
It's like
Good job,
oh my
Stitch.
god, like they're getting hated from the community.
Good, Bethesda gets too cocky with them, saying, "Oh, everybody loves us, so let's just fuck them over now." Like they can't,
Yeah.
they can't do that. We're not stupid.
Using the creation engine again. Yeah, good shot. Good call.
And oh yeah, we're gonna port Skyrim to a fridge. Ha ha, not funny. Ha. Yeah,
I don't know.
Bethesda's.
They have their own meme culture that I think they grown too accustomed to, and
worse.
which led them to take advantage of their own fans.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, when Fallout 76 is built literally on the Skyrim
And
on the
Fallout
Skyrim
4.
engine, and yeah, it's like no, you have an aging technology, aging engine that just is not going to work. Just invest the money, do your fans right,
New
and
code.
you'll make that money back.
And also, why does your starting boot setup ask to see if you have Fallout 4 first when you boot up Fallout 76? Apparently, there's a post where the game actually checks to see if you have Fallout 4 first, which makes
Right. It's yeah, they just
So
kind of
bad.
disable it to do like a loop.
Yeah, I also
Yeah,
like
no,
how.
Oh, go ahead.
I also like how in the beta test though, like there was a glitch to where like if you pressed any button on like the launcher, it would delete the whole damn game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the nylon bag situation with the collector's
Oh my
editions.
god, that
Uh,
it's like hey, like sorry we couldn't afford it. Oh wait, we can afford it now, so we'll give you all that back.
well, no, not only that, it took multiple steps to get there. You had you had them say, "Oh yeah, if you email us, we'll give you like $5 worth of
Yeah.
our currency."
It can't give you
500
shit.
atoms.
It can't even give you the nylon bag in the game. It's $7 in the game.
That's bad.
I
And
know.
then there are
Okay,
vast
so-
amounts of
was-
microtransactions. It's crazy.
It was
Crazy.
just
Yeah.
falsely
Any
advertising for the
questions?
not.
Let's see. I don't see any questions right now in the YouTube
Yeah,
chat.
I don't see any
right now.
either.
So if we don't get questions by 1 minute from now, then I'm gonna have to end the stream from there. Unless you guys want to extend it, but I'm not sure.
No, I gotta go to bed, man. I got stuff to do tomorrow.
Yeah, so I
Same
I
here.
can't take
I
up
gotta
time
rob a
away
bank,
from these
I
guys.
can't.
I gotta have sex tomorrow, so yeah. No kidding.
Whoa! Hey, can I get in line?
I was sure we can make it a threesome.
Dude, yeah.
We're on YouTube,
hello.
okay?
Oh,
I'll do my different voice impression so we can really spice things up.
I don't mind that
We'll,
part. Like,
we'll
keep
make it an
appropriate.
orgy.
Well, let's get Tails involved.
Yeah.
Guys, we're on YouTube, not other sites. So let's
Sorry.
make a
I forgot.
U-turn to the right
I forgot. I'm
direction.
on Pornhub Premium. I forgot.
Yes.
What are you
that's-
gonna do?
we can
Monetize?
talk all about this stuff off stream and with the viewers offline. I just don't want the YouTube ninjas knocking on my door. Oh wait, I hear someone coming at my door. So
I didn't do it, officer. I swear. I only had 1, 2 beers, maybe 5,000. I don't know.
he's drunk.
I'm drunk.
All right, guys.
I
It
pissed on your
seems
card,
like
too.
we ran out of questions by having no questions, which is top tier. So
Sorry, Rob, because
Um,
I haven't.
yeah, it seems like we're gonna end it now. So I want to say thank you for my off-topic, going off direction podcast of the century. But you know what? It's for my first podcast. I'm gonna take a win for that one. I want to say thank
was a
you
good
to
podcast.
Alan, Trevor, and Game Guy something, Nick something, GameAway to come into my
Wow.
live streams.
Way to properly plug.
We didn't properly advertise me.
Mods in the chat. I would say please link all their channels, and I know Alan, you can link your own channel. So please subscribe to these people. Yes, I'll mod you guys. It depends if you guys are in a good mood. Okay, actually, Nick, here's your test.
What?
Say something good, and then you become mod.
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy. Takes about 5 minutes to figure it out.
The game sounds great.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
There we go.
It sounds great,
game
which
looks-
is facts.
Right. The game looks great. Game looks and sounds great. It's just everything else.
No,
Not so
you're
great.
wrong. You're still wrong in that part. I can seriously go. Nick and I can go on we wrote a book about it one time on Discord. Remember that, Nick?
Yeah, I think I still have it.
I apparently you deleted my part, which
No, I didn't delete nothing. I don't delete-
apparently I can't find my part of it, so I have suspicion of you right now. But I'll discuss that in a later date in my next podcast. Where is Nick the conviction, Danko Ropa style, WiiamGamer's class trial? Is Nick is the culprit? Okay, jokes aside, thank you guys for coming onto my live stream. Good plug. And
It has been a great and fantastic live stream,
And-
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really glad I
depending on
did
the
all you.
reception of the comment section, I will ask I will ask you guys off stream viewers how good I did, how bad I did, which guys you liked, which guys you didn't like, and whoever wins gets to be a regular member, because I might try to do this on a once a week basis, which can be potential if this goes well. So I'm
honestly-
trying this.
Yeah.
I honestly,
trying this.
I honestly like this whole thing. I had fun doing this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
I
Don't
feel
bring that
special for once in my
don't
life.
bring that Nick guy back on. That Nick guy is a white supremacist.
I don't like him. He's racist to Gabriel, man. Like, please.
Very scary. Very scary.
Very
Hopefully
scary.
Hopefully we will behave next time 10% more. I do like the jokes,
But like 10% less.
but a little 10% less. We can keep at it, but 10% less, please.
10% less. I'll
Alright,
be
so
even
I'm
dirtier.
stalling. Have fun. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Keep watching my streams. Support me the most. Then support these guys second, and we're good to go. I appreciate it. I love you guys. All right,
Give
take
me
care.
your body, everyone.